Bar girls in the Philippines make good housewives. Bar girls in the Philippines make good housewives.
Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are right now. First of all, I want to ask if y'all can hear me right now. Konti lang yan. Ito lang naman palagi ang makeup ko. Yan lang. Tapos ito. I don't put much makeup. This like my trademark. Eyeliner is life. Better not be nude, Joanne. What the heck? I'm not nude! Damn it! Well, I'm wearing a top and my underwear. Yo, we should be having a super typhoon right now, but I am thankful that I'm not sure. It rained earlier, but just for a few minutes. Right now, it's so hot and humid. So, well, Mark, what up? What up? Star Fox, hello. Miyagi, the Wrench Gang is here. Mike, I saw you earlier. Jermaine, Celine, Jamel, hold on. Moon River. Mike, just tell me if you can join. Yeah, it's really hot here in the Philippines right now. I'm not sure if it is because it's gonna rain hard, because that's what really happens in the Philippines. If it's too humid, it will rain. But it is really hot and humid. I had I took 4 showers today. Four. Four. So but right now, of course, I'm having my favorite coffee. Again, this from Thailand, but I buy this in Alphamart. It's like it's a convenience store here in the Philippines. It's like 7-Eleven, and this again is only what 18-20 cents, and I love this. I just took a drive around the countryside. It's beautiful. You know what, Celine? Given the chance, I would rather live in the countryside or in a province. to be honest. Again, I've I've lived here in the city for almost 39 years, but I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, for Moon River. I'll still gonna do a shower. I'll still gonna shower later. Trust me. L L is a Filipino from Hong Kong. I know that that Filipino is from Hong Kong. But you know, just tell me if you want to join the stream, because this stream about is about this Pookie expat who is in he is in Dumaguete, right? Miyagi. So this one.
Bar girls in the Philippines make good housewives. Bar girls in the Philippines make good housewives.
So that is well, Mike and the gang they call him Pookie's shoulders. So San Carlos, where is San Carlos? Shit, I fucking hate geography. Merry Christmas, the Joker. Jamal, what up? What up? So, I saw a video of O'Shea um yesterday before I went to sleep, and Mike did a reaction video about that as well. You might want to check those two videos. Um, and after I watched it, oh, Indegros, okay, anti-American, American, what up, sweetheart? So I was like, I don't personally know O'Shea. I don't know him, but when I saw the title of his videos, like he does not like the passport bros, right? But I know that he is a passport bro himself. Someone told me that he is now in Uganda, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so he is considered a passport bro, but not Cebu, San Carlos. Where is he? Like, well, he is in province. He is in the province. He's in Visayas, Visayas rather. So Mike already made a reaction video about this, and here's the thing: this hits home. Okay, so I want other people to be a bit sensitive about this stuff. The video that OJ reacted to was about, well, he said passport bros hitting, married women in the Philippines. But in that video, Pookie Shoulders only mentioned one dude who was talking about a still married Filipina, but I think um, he gave that Filipina enough money to have, her marriage annulled. All right. Uh, Send the clip saying bar girls make good housewives. Which one? This one?
Bar girls in the
This one?
Philippines.
What the?
Bar girls
This
in the
one?
Philippines make good housewives.
Yeah. So that's what Pookie Shoulders said on that. Oh, on Discord, Miyagi got you or Mike got you. Um. So going back, Pookie Shoulders was saying something that he had a guest, and I think in his live or in his channel, saying that this foreigner met a married woman here in the Philippines, probably separated, and he paid for her annulment. Now here's the thing: a lot of you don't even know that yes, we do not have divorce here in my country. We do have annulment, but that's expensive. Minimum of 4,000 US dollars. So that is, in my money, that's actually a quarter million pesos. That is expensive. That is expensive. Even middle class people really nowadays cannot afford that. Plus the fact that it takes a very long process, especially if you had a civil wedding. Civil weddings are harder to annul. We have this celebrity here in the Philippines. Her name is Jody Santa Maria. She filed an annulment with her husband, and that is like what 8 years ago, and up until now they are still not annulled because they are both married in church and they also had a civil wedding, and they both have money. Okay, so here it does not matter if you are the richest motherfucker. Annulment will take a long time to process. Okay, there 4,000 to 10,000 minimum. So that's why I'm pushing for divorce. I know me and Mike, we have different views on this one, but we actually had a conversation about this, and I was like, Mike, there are women like me who got cheated by their husbands. Because to tell you all, I've been very vocal about this since day one. Okay. I'm still technically married. I've been separated for almost 6 years now. I cannot afford annulment. $4,000? I'm not rich. And my ex-husband, well, I always say this. He's my ex-husband. He came from a very poor family, so he cannot afford it as well. All right. So this one really hits home because my ex-husband cheated on me with another girl, and he got that girl pregnant. And that's what I want everyone to understand, especially you, Mike, bro. We have our indifferences with certain issues, but sometimes we need to be sensitive. Okay, it is never right to date a married woman. It is never right. Okay, but with with my case, because I was just having this conversation with Moon River before I went live. Yes, there's adultery here. There is vowsy. Vowsy means violence against children, against women and children. But with my situation, my ex-husband will never dare sue me or if I'm gonna be having a new boyfriend. Why? I got so many cases lined up to sue him, and he knows that. He cheated first. He got a kid with his mistress. Okay, so he will never. This is a sad truth. Hi, Dave. This is a sad truth here in the Philippines. Yes, a lot of us are still technically married because, again, we cannot afford annulment. That's why I'm really praying that divorce will pass. Like, seriously. Mike said that it will be a little cheaper. I hope so. I hope so. But he's worried about, feminism will just skyrocket if divorce will pass. And we had a discussion about this one. We did. Hold on. If you're a foreigner married to a Filipina, you can go back to your own country and get divorced there, but you're still married. There you go. Yes, I pointed this one out earlier to the Americans who does not know about this. I pointed this out earlier in Mike's premiere video. If you are planning to take that Filipina in the US with you and she's married here in the Philippines, here's what you can do. High Synergy. She can actually file divorce when she gets in America and just send the papers to her husband to sign them. And I know that's cheaper because that's what my friend from high school did. But she's only divorced in the US. Once she gets back here in the Philippines, she's still technically married. But again, this only applies to Filipinas who plans to live in the US for good. Okay? So there you go. There you go. Oh, link, hold on. What's the link? Let me post it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, because I'm more comfortable if I have someone here to talk with me. Hold on. Mm, 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 mm. Excuse me. Ideas. There you go. Mike, there's a link. Oh shit, it's still loading. I'm sorry. There you go. It's cheaper to keep her. What do you mean, Dave? What is LBVS? What? Hold on. What is LBV? Okay, you can get annulment, but we are going to make it so expensive it's practically banned. Which? Okay, now I'm lost. Let's wait for Mike. What if you're married in US and registered the marriage in Philippines and divorced? Hold on. What if you're married in US and registered the marriage in Philippines, then divorced? No, I don't think that's gonna happen. Hold on. I have Mike here. Hold on. This motherfucker is wearing a hat. The fuck? Hold on. He's wearing gray as well. Yeah. Twinning, bro. I'm wearing.
What's up?
Hold on.
Let me fix my.
Let me fix my.
Let me fix my blue.
Let me fix my
Let me fix my blue screen.
Let me fix my blue screen.
Okay, there you go. Hold
Why
on.
Why is it?
Layout. I need to.
You need to fix.
Oh shit! No! Hold on. Why did I do this? Hold on.
What's up?
What's up?
Okay, there. No, I'm trying to make the screen bigger. Hold on. I forgot where I'm gonna.
That's what she said.
Hold on.
That's what she said.
Okay. Answer the comments first while I.
While you what?
While you what?
something. Huh?
While you what?
While you what?
Oh, there you go. Okay. Hold on. God damn it. Okay. I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. It's just taking some time. There you go.
Are you hearing our
Are you
feedback?
hearing our feedback?
No.
No.
Do
No.
we
For
have
people that are
feedback?
watching
For people
right
that
now,
are watching
you
right
guys
now,
hearing
do
our
you
feedback?
guys hearing our feedback?
So see, there's an echo.
So see, there's an echo.
Get rid of
Hold
the.
on.
Oh shit! What happened?
Let me see my audio.
Let me see my audio.
Okay, so
Okay, so you
go under your audio.
go under your audio,
and then make sure you click
and then make
echo
sure you click
cancellation.
echo cancellation.
I did not even, click anything here. Settings.
Yeah, go to your settings.
Yeah, go to your settings.
Audio.
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 And then there's a box.
And
for
then there's a
echo
box for
cancellation.
echo
It's
cancellation.
clicked. It has a click.
Okay, so
Okay, so do you have your
let's see here. Do
Let
you
me try it
have
again.
headphones on? Do you have headphones? Can you put on headphones? No headphones. Okay.
No.
Okay. All right. So it's gone. It's gone. Okay. We're gone.
Yeah. What I did was I unticked it and then ticked it again.
Okay. So there you go. So that's the way to fix
Damn it.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hello there. My name is Michael. I'm here for your customer support. Welcome to India.
I'm sorry. Let me transfer you to the Spanish English department. Give me a second.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Hadouken moves. Hadouken. That's what we call Hadouken moves.
All right.
In the call center industry. Okay, go ahead.
So what's going? What am I supposed to answer something here? Comments?
No, I was just saying. I was just talking about the live. No, the video about O'Shea that he
Why
did.
are you hiding that you're vaping? I know what you did there when you bend over to vape.
I told you I'm already used to this because on TikTok and
just freaking vape already. It don't matter.
What? I cannot.
Matter. Shit. Okay, my hair is everywhere. My hair is everywhere. Okay, so anyways, what's the question? What are we doing? Let's go straight at this.
No, there's no question. Because where was I before you rudely interrupted me? Oh, there. Like we do not have divorce here in the Philippines, and annulment is very expensive, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you know that this hits home, Mike. You know that
The what?
because I am technically married, right?
Mm-hmm.
Technically married, not yet annulled. Annulment is really expensive. I cannot afford that. And Shark is so funny. You know what he said earlier in your video premiere?
What?
Joe Anthony started a GoFundMe page on this one. I was like, no.
Dude, you'd be surprised how people will fund that shit. But okay, listen. I don't want to be a dick here, but you're not technically married. You are married.
I'm technically
You're separated, but you're married.
married.
Okay, so yeah, I mean that happens a lot in the Phils, and just
Yes, it
because,
does.
but it's all assigned to the fact of the strong Catholic and Christian based you know government that we have in the Philippines, and so that's where it's at. So they're making it harder for people to get separation, divorce, because they want you to work out your differences, right? That's the big problem there, is that they just want you to work out the
Yeah.
differences, and so this is where we kind of have our differences, I think.
Yeah.
Where, yes, I understand there's exception from the rule, but let's just be honest, okay? If
Hmm.
we just base it on human dynamics in the United States of America, okay, divorce only occurs in a small percentage due to infidelity and due to abuse. Okay, so it's a small portion. So if we look at that as basic in human dynamics, and we go to the Philippines, it's probably going to be the same exact thing, just maybe a few upticks in regards for numbers. So
Yeah.
so in general, okay, um, I get it. If a man cheats, okay, if a man cheats, there should
Mm.
be, there needs, a woman has the right technically to do it. But we all have
Mm.
to be honest that in the Philippines, you are going to see a far majority of women cheating than men. And what I'm saying is that it's
I,
all,
I
it's
don't know the facts.
yeah, the
Really, I
numbers
don't.
are pretty much all equal. Just look at it this way: for every man that cheats on a woman, there has to be a woman that
Oh yeah.
exists.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
when you see that stuff, the question is it the man's fault or is it the woman's fault? Both sides are
Hmm.
at fault. You see what I'm saying? But let's also be honest. In the Philippines, the really messed up part about the Philippines is the acceptance culturally, the acceptance of kabits, of mistresses.
Yeah. Mistresses.
It's
Yeah.
culturally it's something. I'm not gonna say it's culture, but it's just a known fact that it exists in the Philippines. It's accepted, and
Yeah.
if you look at it in the general sense of things, it is hypergamy at its best. Because
Yep.
the problem that the Philippines has is the 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah. One
Okay,
to one. That is the ratio. That is
it's for every one man there is like 1.12 women. So pretty much it's a 1-to-1 ratio when it comes to that.
right.
But not all men are technically capable of having a family. So women in general are fighting
Right.
for the better man. So you can even
Right.
say, let's say for example, just 80% of men are good enough to be to be in a relationship. And that's over giving. Well,
Right.
that means 100 that women are after those 80% of men. So there's those 20% of
Right.
women that has no choice but to just be, let me to be the secondary. But going into
Right.
the divorce thing, it is going to cause problems in the Philippines. Exception from the rule, there are a lot of people that do need it. I'm going to
Right.
agree with that. But the big problem in the Philippines is there's no state or no federal assistance for women to get divorced.
That is true.
So when it gets emotional on the decision making, when women are
Mm.
more emotional, women are going to be leaving their men in droves. 70% of relationships are ended by women, which is a known fact. And so, with that stated, there's going to be more women leaving their men. just because the man does something stupid, man cheats, fine, we'll give all that. But just
Hold on.
imagine.
Mike,
What?
you want to put the cap on again because we have
Damn it,
someone
GPC.
joining us.
What's up with that, man? You put, I see. Good thing
What
I
the
took my hat off.
What
Swear
the
to God, man. What's up,
I don't wear
GPC?
caps, so I don't have a cap.
GPC Global Passport Crew in the house, guys.
Bro. So again, Global Passport Crew, I met him on TikTok, sweethearts, on TikTok. He's one of the first passport bro that I met, okay? So
He's big at
make
TikTok,
sure
that's why.
subscribe his channel here as well.
I had to. I just had to. But I had a question.
Yeah.
What if someone met? Let me just give you this scenario. What if someone met someone in the Philippines?
Okay.
They go back to the United States. They end up getting married, but later go back to the Philippines to live, and then they end up the relationship not working. How would that divorce thing happens if they're citizens over there?
Where were they married?
They divorced in
In the U.S.
They were married in the U.S.
Yeah.
And so did they meet in the U.S. or did they meet in the Philippines?
They met in the Philippines. They moved to the U.S., got married in the U.S., went back to the Philippines, and they've been living in the Philippines, but things didn't work out.
They can file for a divorce in the United States of America, then turn in those paperwork in the Philippines.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So that's the way that's handled.
Because they need to be cleared here as a single people again. That's why they need to do that.
So do women identify themselves when they you meet them? Will they identify themselves, say, hey, I'm technically married, or they're separated or stuff like that?
It depends. Bro, trust me, there are Filipinas who will lie about their status. And Mike already tackled this. The first thing that you need to ask a Filipina that you're talking to is if she can provide a senomar. Mike, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, let me go in a little leeway here. I don't think in general that they lie about it, but what I would say is this, is that it's how you ask the question. If I ask a Filipina, are you single? Okay, she's gonna say yes if she's not with a man. So you have to ask the next question: were you ever married? See, it's the way you ask the question. This is why I'm saying you have to have the follow-up questions. In the States, it's just natural for us to have this thing where, like, are you single? No, somebody will be like, I'm divorced. But most of the time, men are the one that's going to admit that they're divorced. Women are most of the time never going to admit in regards for divorce. And the reason for that is because it's, status problems or whatever. So you have to ask the right question. And, what Joanne was talking about is a SENOMAR, a certificate of no marriage. That's easily obtainable. Any woman who has to get a job in the Philippines that is a valid job, they need that is where they're gonna have to pay for taxes, they're gonna, not under the table kind, then they have to get a SENOMAR, and that has to be updated. And a lot of guys also need to understand is that when it comes to SENOMAR, just because she gives you one, look at the date. Okay. And if the date says more than 3 months, have her get another one. It's easily obtained.
So what would be, in your mind, the percentage of these women who are separated from their husband? What's the percentage of that female population in the Philippines?
A lot.
There's a higher chance, and the problem with that is there's no real statistics to pull up.
Yeah.
And the reason why there's no such statistics is because most of these people who are separated, they don't even tell each other. They just have like these normal agreements between their man. If they do have an agreement that they're just going to go their own separate ways, you don't sue me, I don't sue you. But even though that's an agreement that you made with the barangay, the local government, whatever, that does not mean it is not.
Mike, you cannot even do that in a barangay. You cannot.
No, you can when it starts coming to the part of, like, the sustento, giving money for the kids. You have those agreements so that there is a way.
Thing, that is a different thing for financial support. Yes, but for separation, you cannot. You cannot use barangay.
Yeah, not for separation, but it's just the mutual agreement that you guys are separated, that you guys want to. So that obviously is there. So there's not really something, in regards for statistics under the PSA. So there's the government organization that handles a lot of the statistics in the Philippines. It's the psa.gov.ph. There's not really any pure statistics regarding that. So it's literally you're just rolling a dice on the way it kind of works. Pretty much the best thing to approach everything is that ask every single woman that you actually have a conversation with, if that's something that you want to take it to the next level.
Yeah, because now this throws a monkey wrench for passport bros who want to go to the Philippines and meet women for marriage. It's throws a monkey wrench when you look at it, because they're not going to think about asking, have you ever been married? Because they're thinking, all these women are single. And they don't know about the marriage process that's over there or the divorce process over there. They're not thinking in those terms. That's where the problem's going to be an issue.
No, but actually, bro, that is not a problem, because there are a lot of single women here in the Philippines. A lot. Trust me. There are a lot of single women.
Single, never married. That's what we're talking about.
Yes, single, never married. Ouch! Ouch! Y'all need to chill.
Did you damage your titties or something? I was looking down when something happened. I was like, what happened? Like, don't damage the tatas. I think here's the thing. I think anywhere you go in the world, you have to, and you meet women, you have to ask them that question: are they married? I mean, what one thing about that is nice about the Philippines is there's actually a certificate that can prove they're not married, compared to like Colombia, compared to the other countries. There's none of that. So actually, it is better for men to come to the Philippines because there's actually something that can prove it. Whereas you go to other places, they don't have those. They don't have like Colombia or Brazil and all that stuff, right? I don't know about other countries in the Middle East. So it's actually a better thing. And the next thing is that's where men need to educate themselves and understand how to go about in other countries, right? A lot of these guys are just going to other countries just because they know that there's women or it's a good place to visit for vacation, but they don't understand that there's the basic rules and the basic laws. It's just like, for example, you travel to Bali with a girlfriend, you can technically go to jail for having sex in the bedroom. And they don't need to prove that they saw you have sex. You just staying in the bedroom, somebody can charge you automatically. So let's just get things straight. Just you have to know the basic understanding of the laws. But I think the Philippines is better well off for passport bros to meet women because there is that aspect. Now, here's the problem. Most men are not going to want to ask that girl that question. Most men who gets attention from a woman, they don't want to ask deep questions because the women are giving them attention. They don't want to lose that by far majority. That's the dilemma that occurs for all of these guys, is that the attention cancels everything in their minds.
What up, bro?
What's up, man?
Oh, he's still living.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Hey, our brother, password bro as well.
Assalamualaikum.
Hey, welcome to the panel.
Yeah, that rule is very it's different. I've never ever encountered something like it. Like, yo, you get married in the Philippines, you better vet, boy, or you better have them bands.
Yeah, that's got to be part of your vetting plan with women when you're going over there. I mean, it's going to differ wherever you go, but in a general sense, guys, when you go overseas trying to meet these women, you got to develop a vetting plan. I mean, I would actually sit down right now and develop a vetting plan of the women and the family, because you're going to have to do that as well. Because I think me and Mike that talked about it, you get with a woman, you're going to have, that's also comes with the family as well.
Exactly. So one of the best way to ask a question is this, is be like this. Be like, you know what? A friend of mine knew this guy who started dating this Pinay, and later on found out that she was still married, just separated. What do you think about that? If you say that to the girl you're talking to, what's going to happen in her head is you're going to see the switch. Is she going to tell you that she's married or not? But by you saying, you're putting a scenario of something that existed or something that happened previously to somebody else, it's not you hitting her with the question so that it allows yourself to see how she reacts. And then you can say, I could not be with a woman who is married, even though she's separated, right? I can't do that. So by you saying that, you're not saying it's her directly, you're saying it's that girl over there. It's a scenario-based question. And if you do it that way, it gives you the best way to leave from this relationship. If later on she goes, well, I'm married, right? It allows her to be honest without her being hit. And then from there on, the question is, are you willing to give up that punani? And most men are not willing to give it up because they worked their time, and before they came to the Philippines, they've been talking to this girl or whatever, and they arrive, and then now all of a sudden they have to work hard for the next one. Some guys are gonna be like, but I put in the work, I put in the work. There's these guys who meet these girls online, they come to the Philippines, and they don't find out till after they slept with the girl or after they had, that intercourse. And let's be honest, post-coital, you're stuck, right? Once you had that, that initial conversation is over, Hey, Joan, I gotta step out, okay? I'll be right back.
Okay. He'll be back. Mike will be back. All right, so you got questions, brothers? Because actually the issue here right now is I'm not sure if y'all saw my community post. So it was O'Shea. I'm not really familiar, not really too familiar with him. Okay, O'Shea Duke Jackson. He reacted to a video of one of the expats who's here in the Philippines. He is a black brother as well. I do not consider him a Pookie because he actually said this in one of his videos last year. Let me just show you what he said. Hold on.
Bar girls in the Philippines make good housewives.
Okay.
I'm not sure why it's not showing. Oh, that's what he said. Bar girls in the Philippines.
First and foremost, and I had this discussion with somebody, this whole passport bro thing, everybody's just doing that because it's a moneymaker. It's a hot topic. Everybody's making money off it, and right now, it's starting to come in the mud. Everybody's just pumping it up, this whole passport bro thing, and everybody got to get their rent paid, so just trying to make money off it.
And I think I mentioned this, bro, when I went live the other day, that the passport bro, what do you call this? Title is so jaded right now because of those. It is. And I keep on saying this, that the real passport bros, they do not claim those passport cookies. They call them out as well. And a lot of people don't know that. They all know that passport bros, it's just one movement. And I was like, no, there's like a level, because that's what I learned from from TikTok, from here on YouTube, that there's a level. Okay, passport bros are those people looking to find a wife. That's how I understood it. Passport cookies travel to have meow meows. All right. So you cannot put them on the same level. Again, and those passport cookies are the younger men. But these Sunshine's shoulders, he just turned 60. He's not even young anymore. He's old, okay? But he said that bar girls, can be great housewives. And he also has one video that I'm going to react probably tomorrow. He said this in one of his videos, encouraging foreigners who travel in the Philippines to just F the Filipina and then leave them. How can you say that in a live? Just F them, feed them, I forgot the other F, but it's he called it four F's. Four F's. Feed them, no, find them, feed them, fuck them, and then leave them. How can you say that?
You know, and that's what I don't like about this people getting in this movement, because they make it so complex. It's simple. If you want a wife, just go overseas and get a wife. That's what this whole movement's about. That's all it is. It's that simple. Everybody makes it so complex. People just don't. It's stupid. You know, it was just a simple little task. That's a simple little movement, and now we got passport police, passport kings, passport this, passport that. It's passport sis. I mean, it's just ridiculous right now. It really is.
It is. It is. Bro, when I started, it's just passport bros. And then there's passport cookies. And then passport kids. Damn.
And then the meaning just, and then you know, I can understand guys going overseas to create business, the next Black Wall Street. I applaud that big time. You know, great. I'm down for that. Go international. Go out there and do that. I'm for that big time. You know, go out there and find your wife. Those are the only two I can go for. You know, if you're a traveler, you're just a traveler. That's how I see it. That's how I am. I'm just a traveler. You know, I'm not seeking that yet. But everybody is just going bananas over this whole movement, and it makes zero sense. All right? You hate these dudes, but you mad because they're leaving. I mean, it's just so, it's gotten, and it will look so stupid. It's so stupid, these people arguing about it. Damn, worry about your life. Fix your life. Worry about you. Stop worrying about going overseas trying to find life. Don't worry about them. If they make a mistake, that's on them. Go home. Bake some cookies. Clean your house. You know, get some education, because some of y'all, the way y'all write on these chats, God, you need to go back to grade school. I mean, seriously.
No, bro, I'm not sure if you already stumbled upon this American Black Man channel. Y'all know me. I don't mind dropping names. Travel with Paul. All he does with his videos is talk shit about women from Pattaya, calling them hoes, calling them all streetwalkers. So that's what I don't understand. Okay, these dudes want to leave America. Okay, because they are tired of the 304s. That's what they're saying, and then they go to red light districts in other countries.
I will be going. I'm planning a trip to Pattaya, but I'm not going to be doing the red light district. I'm going to be doing something else in Pattaya. I'm going to do other things in Pattaya.
Rome is there right now just because he will interview Richie Mack. Average Man Plug is there in Pattaya now.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Yeah.
But he will interview Richie Mack. And, you know, I watched his, I missed his live when he did a live Colombia versus the Philippines. Mm-hmm. And I watched the entire replay, and I left a comment, and I said, "This is why I respect you." He said, you know, he gave a lot of some points to Colombia, but he did that in a very respectful manner. That's all I'm asking. If you're gonna travel the Philippines, just be respectful, especially with my culture. That's it. I'm not asking for too much. Okay, because again, the Philippines, it is not a perfect country. There is no perfect country. There's no perfect people. There's no perfect women. We have pros here as well, and that's what I don't get. A lot of expats, Pookies, Sunshine Shoulders. He is one of those expats who will recommend the brothers to travel to Angeles City here in Manila. Here in the Philippines, where there are a lot of streetwalkers. He will recommend to Magete, which has a lot of streetwalkers as well. And that's that's why I am giving the brothers all the advice that I can give them. Before the Average Man Unplugged left to come here in the Philippines, he constantly sent me messages, asked me, Joanne, a lot of these dudes are asking me to go to Angeles. It's like, bro, no, stay away from Angeles. All you're going to see there are streetwalkers, are pros. I don't want you to be there. So I actually, well, aside from Cebu, he really needed to go to Cebu because he needs to interview people. But of course, Manila, I suggested him to come here in Manila. I toured him for 3 days. I suggested him to go to Boracay, and guess what? He he really enjoyed his time in Boracay. That was his, breaking point. Like, no, I love Boracay because again, brothers, traveling is not cheap. It is not cheap. If you will not find your woman here in the Philippines, at least you enjoyed your stay here, and that's what I want you all to experience. We have more than 7,000 islands that you can, that you can come visit. Everything is
Exactly.
cheap. The
Exactly.
only expensive thing that you need to pay when you come here in the Philippines is your plane tickets. That's it. That's it. You do not need to break the bank to enjoy the Philippines. The first night that I was with Rome, I took him because I'm from the city, right? I took
Mhm.
him to Tomas Morato. He enjoyed himself and he did not even spend a lot. But
Exactly.
but a lot of these, this is my issue with O'Shea. He reacted to a Pookie, okay, saying that bar girls can be great housewives. That Pookie who said that, you know what, guys, that's what you need to do to the Filipinas now, since a lot of them have been looking for an old man who's a foreigner who has money. It's like the percentage of that is really small, like really small. And he was like, let's do this. Let us switch it. Let's just find them, feed them, fuck them, and fucking leave them. Is that a passport, bro? Like,
No, that
really?
sounds like
You
the south side of Chicago to me, where I'm from.
Mhm.
That sounds like one of them slogans. I don't know. Everybody has their own reasons. My Before it was even called a passport, bro. Before there was even a thing, um, I had traveled to Iran for religious studies back in 2008, and I stayed there for 2 years. And that's what really opened my eyes up to the world. That the world is different. Because being an American, you tend to think you're raised that this is the greatest place. There's nothing else outside of here. Everybody else is poor. You know the typical stereotypical things. But once I got out the country, I was like, yo, this feels different. On the flight out of the country, I felt a huge weight lift from me. And on the way back, that weight immediately came back on me. So, like I
right.
said, everybody has their reasons why they go. My reason is that I'm a Muslim. I'm a strict Shia Muslim. I try my best
Yeah.
to be. I'm not the best at it, but I
Yeah.
try my best to adhere to my faith. Um,
Yeah.
but my religion dictates that my woman's money, my wife's money, is her money. I am not entitled to it at all. It is mandatory for me to provide for her food, shelter, and clothing, no negotiation at all. So, being that I have to take this course, being here in America, I'm like, yo, who the heck is deserving of that? When I look at my choices. So that's what made me want to go outside of the country, where the
Right.
West has a little less influence.
Bro, how old are
Exactly.
you again, if I may ask? I know I'm older than him. How old are you again?
33. I'll be 34 in a month and a half.
He's young. Hold on. You were born July?
No, I was born in
Oh,
August,
June?
August 2nd.
August? August 7? Okay.
2nd.
All right. But, oh, second.
Yeah,
I
I
do
told
have,
him.
I do have a question for you both. Um, would you would you talk to a Filipina who is still technically married? I just want
No,
to know
no.
why. Why?
If your purpose is to go marry somebody, why are you wasting your time with her? If your goal is
Right?
to seek out a wife, why are you wasting your time with her?
Right. Right. Right.
It's a waste of time.
How about you, bro?
Um, for me, it would depend. I would have to go by a case by case situation because being that the law is there that says that basically there is no divorce unless you got some money.
If
Annulment
the
is
couple
expensive. If the couple was separate and they intended to be divorced, and there's just no way that they could like get divorced, I would entertain the thought, because Islam says that you can divorce if both parties agree or whatever. So it would be a yes, but I would have to do some extreme vetting to make sure like this is not no on and off again thing.
Right. Because again, with that video of O'Shea, okay, he actually generalized passport bros hitting, married women here in the Philippines, and that one right away is like, no. So I was thinking, does he really have issues with passport bros? Because I know that he's.
I don't think he does. I don't think he has issues with passport bros. Honestly, I think some of this video has been supportive of passport bro. I don't think he really has any issues with it. I think he just reports things as is. I've been a fan of his. I don't have any issues with OJ. But like I said, this whole issue with the passport bros has gotten out of hand. There's a lot of lies being spread about the passport bros, like saying that these guys can't get women. No, we can get women. We just ain't putting up with that crap that they're pushing out, the toxic feminist behavior. That's the thing we're not dealing with. It's not the point we can't get them, because right now I'm about ready to go on a luncheon date right now with a woman right now. So I can get women.
The thing that ticked me off was when I went to the comments and the hyenas are celebrating there. They were both insulting Filipinas and the passport bros, the two groups that I am defending. See, hyenas there are calling Filipinas hoes.
O'Shea is not a See, this is the thing about O'Shea, okay, and I've been following bro for a long time, okay. I call O'Shea one of, if not the hardest working man of YouTube.
Absolutely.
Like that dude will put out 30 videos, and I'm talking about well put together videos in a day, no problem. So and what's his thing, and I've noticed this. I don't think he was targeting passport bros.
Right.
O'Shea has a very, very dislike for pookies, whether they're stationary or rather they're mobile. Right. So when I watched that video, and if you look at it, he touched on that too. He's like, dude, you're gonna take your hood degenerate ways and go to another culture. Right. You're gonna play into the stereotype about us in these Hollywood movies to these people. And passport bros, the good ones, was a way to alleviate that. So people see like, hey man, listen, I seen the movies, but I seen the black dude. Talk to him, kicked it with him. He's cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? But it's not going to be like that if you bring your hood bugger self over there and do things that brothers do in the hood, play women, maybe get into trouble, whatever. But all degeneracy, it plays into the stereotype. So I think he was more attacking those pookies from everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the thing we got to do. I call them sex packs. I'm just going to call it as it is. Not cookies. They're sex packs. That's what they are.
I like that.
What up? See, we have like
gentlemen
Asian
and ladies.
Half Asian, half American, full Asian.
GPC, how you doing, OG?
What's going on? Okay. But like I'm saying, I mean, because what are they going down to these countries for? To get the noodle wet. That's all they're doing. They're not going down there for what we're doing. They're not going to seek for a wife. They're not going over there to indulge in the culture. They're not going out there to, enjoy themselves in the scenery and all this other stuff. No, that's their goal. And they're the ones that get in trouble. And they're the ones that put a black eye on us. It does not look good. You have to maintain the image of the black man, just like that video that just came out this week with these guys yelling at these.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh my God, Mike sent that to me. It was like those are passports and
stuff like that because these dudes didn't want to pay. then what do you come down there for? You stupid when you look at how much you just paid to come down for a street hooker. There's airfare, there's whole Airbnb, food, all that stuff. That you already spent way too much just for a street hooker. You're a dummy as it is.
Okay, so I have a question with that, bro. Like the matured passport, bro. What are your? Do you even have plans on how you can call out these pookies, or you will just gonna let them be?
Let them hang. I'm not correcting none of them. Let them hang. Let them hang.
Let them get in trouble in a foreign country, and like they say, fuck around and find out.
And then they're doing this thing. They're going down to Colombia and they're doing this in cartel land. Oh, that's smart. Let them burn.
They don't really want to do that.
I can stay away from them. That's the best thing you can do. That's why I'm a solo traveler. I don't travel in groups. I travel solo. I'll travel with one additional person, and that's it. Outside of that,
right.
Like if I was to go to Mexico, I may say, "Hey, Rice Patty, can you go with me to Mexico?" And I'll roll with him. That's it.
Yeah, let's go right now.
Exactly.
Balls. I love it.
Oh, the deacon is in the building.
Just be us two. That's it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be people of like mind, I believe. You know, I mean, like, we can't control what other people do, and there's no there's no standard of procedure for passport bros. There's nothing official. We're a collection of individuals, you know, and we're doing more or less the same thing, but some of us are doing it for different reasons. You know, I mean, for myself, you know, I want to expat because it's the prospect of a better life in general. You know, I'm talking about like economically, culturally, health. You know, I mean the meow meow is a small part of it. It's more than a small part of it. Okay, we are guys after all, but I mean, but it's not everything. Okay, like if it is everything, then you got some stuff to work on. Right, because it can't be the center of your life. I mean, that's our downfall, right? Is like, you know, men can like you know, reason out like any problem the world gives us, you know, until there's the meow meow involved. Then all of a sudden, like all our IQ points just dribble out the bottom of our freaking skulls, right? You know, so that can't be the focus.
It's something like my mama always say, "God rest her soul. Bottle of whiskey and a piece of pussy will bring a man down any day of the week."
Yeah, totally, absolutely, 100.
They're going to be brought down. So
God damn it!
You've been growing on me like a fungus, Joanne. So yeah, I started adopting that. So it's just like, well, now just like it's a meow meow.
Because again, there are a lot of opportunities as well, especially businesses here in the Philippines. And this dude right here, we talk almost every day because of business.
The difference. That's the difference with the passport bros. We're about business opportunities. We're about living a different lifestyle, living in a different country. Mind you, living, because you got guys in cybersecurity and want to get in real estate. They want to go live in different countries. The women stuff, it's an attractive piece. And it's part of the plan, but not a big emphasis. A lot of these guys are going over there to build businesses. We're all on that business mindset, making American money while living overseas. That way our dollars stretch a lot further. We live a better lifestyle. That's what it's about. These passport pookies are not on that mindset. They're a whole separate breed. I wish they removed the passports from their title. I just call them, like I said, sex packs. That's what they are.
Yeah, they're not even traveling long term, right? They're taking 2-week trips down to, you know,
1 week actually.
Basically like spending, you know, their last paycheck, maybe even going into debt so that they can, you know, get a little bit of like, you know, easy fun. And you know, I mean, like, I'm not going to dick police anybody, but I mean, you can't you can't say that, now this is your lifestyle, because, you're going back and you're going to, work your crappy job so that you can, take your next sex trip, and it's not, I don't think that really fits with the whole ideology of passport bros, blue book gentlemen, any of us who are actually like serious about living the lifestyle.
And then you got the retirees from the military that are moving down there and living that lifestyle. That's another group of people that are actually passport bros.
Yeah.
The original passport bros.
Yeah, the original passport bros. So, these guys coming up here and jumping in our movement and then making it look bad. So, like I said,
Right.
They're so stupid. I don't even worry about them. They're gonna bury themselves. They don't even bother learning the language. That's even more funny. So when they get burnt, let them get burnt. I just stay away from them when I'm overseas.
Well, here in the Philippines, we do not require you all to learn our language because we understand English. Okay, we are not racist.
No, but it's a respect thing. If you know some of it, it shows respect.
It shows
right,
you're truly interested in the culture.
Right.
Yeah, just like when I went to, because I lived in Israel and I've learned Arabic. And then when I went to Jordan, I spoke at Arabic over there, and it was just a sign of respect. And I got a lot of people helped me out over there and stuff like that.
Right. But right now, this is my opinion. The perfect example to define a passport bro would be the average man unplugged. That's just for me. Bro. He has been respected.
Yeah, Rome's a great example. Yeah.
He's not just going to countries for women. So he appreciates the culture, the scenery, everything. And I even told Rome, you know what, Rome, why don't you get a condominium here in the Philippines and rent it out? Because here in the Philippines, brothers, just so you know, the only down payment that you need to own a condominium unit will be 10,000 pesos, my money. That is only $200.
Yeah. What are the monthly payments like?
What?
Well, what are the monthly payments like? Versus like the monthly revenue.
It really depends. It depends on the kind of condominium that you're gonna get. If it is just like a studio type condo, probably around 12,000 pesos in a month. So that's what, $220 in a month. That's not too bad. And have it rented out, because here in the Philippines, there's also a big thing, especially here in Manila. We call it staycation. Okay, you rent out a condo for 12 hours or 21 hours minimum, and you're going to be paying what, 2,000 pesos minimum. So that is what, how much is 2,000? Shit, around $25. And you're gonna have you're definitely gonna have a revenue on that point. See, again, there are a lot of businesses that you can do here in the Philippines, a lot. But a lot of brothers, is what really makes me sad. A lot of brothers are just focusing on finding women, when in fact, in other countries, you can actually, start a business, and you not having a lot of budget. Hi, FBA Ghost, what up?
Hey, how you doing, June? I'm gonna say your name right. I do not want to say your name wrong. Is it June or Judy?
Judy, Joanne. Joanne.
Joanne?
Joanne. Yeah, Joanne.
Joanne. Okay.
It's spelled like Joan, but it's Joanne.
Okay, Joan is way easier. I got Joan. That's perfect.
Joanne,
Joan.
okay.
Okay, Joan. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, like I'm not gonna lie to you.
Joanne.
Okay, Joanne. So Joanne. Okay, Joanne.
Yes.
Go, Joanne. All right. So
yeah,
I'm gonna be honest. YouTube was basically giving these folks and then a false. It's a false. What is it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Oh, we cannot
Can
hear
you
you.
hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Everybody out here getting money off of YouTube.
Oh, hold
Can y'all
on.
hear me?
Hold on. He's joining again. Hold on. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. Okay.
Hold on. There's like a delay. I don't know why.
I
See?
mean, it's across the world.
There you go.
So
Can you hear him? I cannot hear him.
I can hear you perfectly though. I can hear her. Can she hear me? Because I can hear her. Can anybody hear her? Because I can
I
hear
can
her.
hear
I
her.
can hear everybody.
Yeah, I can hear everybody.
Yeah.
I think she can't hear me. Or maybe I should leave and come back. How about that? Tell her I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna come back.
Oh,
You-
now I can
you're-
hear.
Joan, you're muted.
Yep.
You're muted, Joanne.
Hey, Joan, I gotta go because I gotta go on this date. I gotta take care of something. I'll catch you later, okay, baby?
But yeah, I'm most definitely interested in the business opportunities in the Philippines. That's actually what I was going to email you about, because that is interesting. I would say that my main goal of traveling, and I've looked at a lot of countries.
Am I back? Oh, there you go. I'm back. I don't know what happened. I was just loading. I was like, damn, what the but bro, yeah. I'll see you later. Global Passport Crew. I'm fucking dead. Okay, so let's get this two dudes back up. Hold on. Damn it, StreamYard, be nice to me. Oh, I have two. Oh, okay. All right. Yes, you were talking about businesses, right? A lot of business opportunities here. You need to understand that again, we are a developing country. Okay, so there are more chances if you're going to open up a business compared to other Asian countries. Welcome back, FBA Ghost. I'm sorry. Can you
Hey,
speak
no,
now?
it's all good. It's all
There,
good.
I
It's
can
all
hear
good.
you now. Damn.
Yeah,
And
I
the
mean
other
everybody else
thing-
can hear me, but you couldn't hear me for some reason. I had to leave. I had to leave and come back. I had to leave and come back.
And I see my screen just loading, like my box. It was not my box down there, but this box right here.
Damn. Jesus, why are you funny as hell, man?
I have no filters. This is how I speak. So, okay.
I like you, man, bro. I like you.
FBA Ghost, you were saying something earlier. What was that?
Okay, what I know the problem is with these people is they're getting YouTube money, and this YouTube money blowing their brains out of proportion, or they blowing their head up. Right? That's really what it is, man. So just like we got this guy O'Shea Dude Jackson, right, and you got the other guy. So we got another dude named I think it was craziest thing. I just got up to it. Some dude named Somali James or whatnot. They go to different places and start talking.
Down. Sorry.
Hello, can y'all hear me now?
My bad, bro.
Welcome
my
back,
bad.
Motherfucker Mike. Welcome back. Okay, go ahead, FBA Ghost. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But it's, people start getting the YouTube money and they basically get beside themselves. That's really what it is. Because you got some dude from
Right.
Somalia, start getting some YouTube money. Then he went over to Japan talking about, I'm a bomb Japan. I'm like, bro, Somalia is
saw
heat
that,
right now.
bro.
Shouldn't you be back home helping your people? Exactly.
That was crazy.
So like,
Damn. I saw
exactly,
that.
right? Exactly. And I'm sitting here looking at it, and I'm like, bro, you Somali. See, the problem is these folk believe when they leave America, necessarily, right? Or they make some YouTube money, right? That they quote unquote, when they get back to America, it ain't nobody that's gonna deal with them, right? Because necessarily it's been a little bit a minute. Basically, they've been kind of getting away with, a lot of talk basically for a long period of time, and then nobody really did nothing. For me, I go to Uganda on a routine basis, right? O'Shea and a couple of these other guys that do these kind of things, they believe ain't nobody gonna eventually run up on them. That's really what the problem is, right? So like, trust me, if the Somali dude necessarily went over there and let's be for real, like he can't come back to here, like he can't come back to the United States, bro. Like he basically, I don't know if y'all know, basically he didn't say it so much that at this point he can't come back to the US. So now he gotta stay either in Japan or go back to Somalia, right? Because that's necessarily right, because he I think his parents getting deaf.
Can I ask you something, bro?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you sound young. How old are you?
Ma'am, I'm not old. Well, I am old. I'm like, now I'm officially the uncle. So I'm like 30 years old now. I'm old.
Oh, you're old. You're 30. So I'm 38. I'm a grandma. He said he's old and he's only 30. Damn you. Damn.
I'm old as hell. I'm old as hell, man. Like I got a little nephew now, and he was like, "Oh man, you know, like you gotta take me out to the movies." I was like, "You right now? I'm officially the big uncle now, so I gotta start buying more stuff for the kids now. So I'm officially I gotta get my little old person hat with my old school shoes and start sliding and stuff now. But
But we have another one here, FDNY guy. Hi, bro. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah. The passport bros are getting younger and younger. I'm a school bus driver, and my passport bros they have sons, and their sons have their passports because they saw what happened to Kevin Samuels when the young high school girls were dancing on his grave. So their fathers got them passports, and they moved out of the United States, and they're doing pretty well. Some of my former students have gotten they're doing real estate overages online, and they're making money that way. They're making money that way, and their fathers saw the result of getting them passports. So
Right.
I even talked to some of the passport bros. They said
Mm-hmm.
thank you for sharing our story. And some of my former students were at a basketball game. I'm sure you saw it online, where the girls were teasing them, and to get back at them, they said they made a big loud noise they said, "Sell out and get your passports. Sell out and get your passports." Those were my students on that video
Oh wow.
saying, "Get your passports. Get your passports.
Are you
Sell
talking about
out
the
and
lady
get your."
with the green dress?
Yeah, the principal.
Yeah.
Yeah. See what happened. The reason why is because the girls were taunting them. The girls were taunting the boys, and the boys got
Right.
fed up with it. But those were my students in that video.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the young
You said
man.
to students, what do you teach?
Well, no, I was a school bus driver,
Oh, okay.
and
Oh, okay. Okay.
my young passport bro juniors, they were I was on my tablet watching Frustrated 3, and they saw it. They got on the bus before the girls, and they were like, "Yeah, we're passport bros." I'm like, "How do you know about passport bros?" They were like, "Our dads are passport bros," and they pulled out their passport cards right in front of me.
Oh shit.
oh, it's an all out
Is it like a
abandonment, bro.
status now all of a sudden that if somebody has a passport that they're a passport, bro?
No,
They are
Not necessarily.
no. Their sons. They have the passport bros have sons, and they saw what happened to what happened with Kevin Samuels after he died. Like these weren't like older women doing this. These were young teenage girls that these guys were planning on dating. They saw what happened. They were like, "No, I don't want my son doing that," because they learned it from their mothers. So
Right.
so what happened was they went to the post office. They got the passport applications. They took the whole rack. And yeah, and when I go to the post office, I could barely get a passport application now.
Oh no,
Is
man.
it really that hard to
The
get a
victim
that
impact-
passport?
bad.
It's that bad. It's that bad.
It's that
at this
bad.
point, you literally have and I think it was 6 million passport backlog right now.
Of course.
Well, the reason why there's a 6 million backlog on the passports is because during COVID, there was a downtime. They had to get rid of a lot of the people that processed the passports. So
Yeah.
because
You
they
think
got
that's
rid
what
of
it is, man?
because they got rid of half of them, they had there's such a big backlog after that happened. So it's not that there's there's more people applying. It's just that they didn't have enough people. It all added up, and then there wasn't enough people to make the passports. So it's still the same amount of numbers on the passports that are being made.
Do you now know that there are I don't know if it's true or not, and I hope it's not, but there are some women in the United States Postal Service that are literally throwing passport applications away in the mail?
Yeah, of course.
Some of them got caught.
We had one in Milwaukee to get caught up, and she got fired from her job for altering and tampering with passport applications of brothers.
Over here in New York City, they were arrested.
Yeah.
The postal inspectors arrested them.
You got to
I
understand,
mean,
America is a failing country. And this is what I mean by failing, okay? If you don't have people getting married, You don't have people having children. How can you fight a war?
David's Bridal's going out of business.
Oh yeah, I saw that when David Bridal's out of business.
David's Bridal, the beers, the Diamond District, and here in Manhattan, because I live in New York City, a lot of those places are closing.
Yeah, I think that
like those luxury diamond districts and stuff like that. Because I live here.
See, I think that that kind of a mindset. There's something that guys need to understand in regards to how things can kind of change up a little bit. Number one is that's a perspective in America. But see, you have to understand is that majority of people are still wanting to come to America. You have immigrants wanting to come to America because there's still that American dream. Let's just be honest as well. What's going on in America. The American dream belongs to the immigrants now, because most men, most people don't know what the American dream truly is, but it does exist. America is great. Okay, when it comes to hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one question.
Let me expand on this.
I got a question.
Let me expand on it first before you ask the question. The reason why I'm saying that is because you have to understand, if you have the perspective going to other countries, when you go to these other countries, you're gonna be like, yo, America's still good. You still have a lot of opportunities in America. Now, I truly believe in guys getting their passports and traveling. But what we're seeing right now, and I agree with the gentleman on the top, right? So in regard to the aspects that the problem that these kids are facing, these kids now are saying, okay, I'm a passport bro, I'm this, I want to go across the world. A lot of guys are now they want to become virtual nomads, work in other countries, right? That's great and all. But what's the problem with digital nomads? They're not paying their social securities. So when they get when they get older, they don't have something to fall back on, because most of those guys are doing the basic 1099. This is where a lot of these kids, a lot of these people needs to be aware in regards to financial situations. Like, to be honest, before you decide to become a passport bro, go to another country, create yourself an LLC under your name. You need to start understanding basics in regards to, finances and protecting yourself as well. Okay. So the problem that I'm seeing with a lot of these people checking out too early is they haven't truly invested in truly living. Now, a lot of the guys who are going to the Philippines or other countries, what are they saying? I want a fit, feminine, friendly woman. I want to go elsewhere. The big problem, the biggest lies that most passport bros give to each other is that you're escaping the matrix. Let's be honest here. The matrix is the whole world. You're just going to a different part of town in the matrix that you're not familiar with. One thing is true. All throughout the world, social dynamics is the same. Female dynamics is the same. Hypergamy exists all over the world.
Certain places.
I'm gonna go. Okay. I'm gonna go. Right. All right. So all right. You said a lot of things necessarily. So it's kind of hard to that's why I hate when people just ramble on for a lot of times. Then it's hard to break down whatever.
Pick a topic that you don't like.
All right. So the first topic, most people that's I think young children necessarily. I call them young children, because at least you till you get 22. I really I call you little one. That's why I call my nephews and nieces until they at least get 21, right? Because you in the United States, if you're not 21, you can't even drink. So at that point, you basically still a child. And young adult, young adult, right? I can call you a child, young adult, right? So with those people in that age bracket, they don't have the finances to really move. Let's be honest. You're 22, you ain't got no skills, bro. You're 19 years old, bro. You ain't got no skills. What are you really gonna do, right? So unless you want to be a digital nomad, but then that requires you to have specialty skills, right? So on that end, yeah. But quote unquote, when you say you leave the matrix, no, my friend, I think you were thoroughly confused on that point.
Okay.
East Africa is a very different place than Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a very vast place than Pakistan. Pakistan is a very vast place than the United States of America. These are all, I don't understand what you mean, quote unquote, the matrix, but these are vastly different people, vastly different cultures, and vastly different way of looking at the world and how they operate. So on that thing, I think you are misunderstood on that. That's it, right? And the problem with it, and let me finish. Because remember, I let you speak, and I did not interrupt you.
Sure.
Right? So basically, and also I lost my train of thought. Fuck. Then. Oh yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Because on the other end, what the United States is, and then we have people like I've seen what your kind of mindset. I'm gonna say that much, right? I ain't gonna say nothing more than what your kind of mindset is. This, right? The United States know that it needs people to stay here to power the system, right? Necessarily, let's be honest. With if the men leave, this you just have a whole country full of women, and you got a whole bunch of wet pussies over here. Let's be honest. And wet pussies don't move nothing, man. They don't move nothing. They don't build nothing. I mean, let's be honest. That's not gonna happen, right? So the United States is bleeding men. When your men bleed, when your men leave out, necessarily your nation dies. It's the same way if all your women leave, your nation dies, right? So that's basically what the U.S. is going through. They're going through a quote unquote like a man withdrawal, right? And without the men necessarily being at the power of the economy or power of the system and fight a war necessarily or move the bricks and all this other stuff and whatnot, the U.S. is just gonna die a slower death than would be unless somebody like quote unquote drop the bomb on it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and everybody's experience is different. Me, as a foundational Black American, I don't have any loyalty to this country.
That's fine.
There's a book, Mike, if you ever get a chance. It's called The Delectable Negro. I want you to read it. And it basically details the history of this country with my people. How they used to use our hair to stuff in cushions, use our skin for leather sofas, make soup out of us, things like that. So for me, it is escaping the matrix. Because when I go to the Philippines, or I go to Iran, or I go to Saudi Arabia, those people have not did that to my people. This is the only place where a catastrophe has taken place with the people. And not only do they hardly acknowledge it, they won't pay the reparations for it. And I'm not here for a reparations debate, but I'm just giving you an example, polemical discourse. And they're taking the history out of the classrooms. Do you know, I got a book the other day from my niece. And in the book, it said that we weren't slaves. We were servants. They're erasing the history. Literally.
No, they say indentured service. I seen that book. My nephew brought me that book. I was like, indentured service. I was like, what the fuck? Indentured service.
These are the same people that would take the biggest, strongest of us, tie us to a horse, and pull us apart in front of all the pregnant women and children to instill fear in the women and instill fear in the womb. They had us on breeding farms. They treated us like cattle. So for me, it is an escape of the matrix because no other people has done that to my people.
I don't discount that. And I get it. I get it. It's you escaping this type of matrix. And so let me just go ahead and reiterate the whole thing. If we start using matrix as a basic terminology of things, right? So we're literally saying,
you might using the wrong word. You might as well say this country because that's what you're really saying. Like, I mean, exactly. I understand what you're trying to do, but just for your own betterment, just use the word country.
I think that is the better way to handle it is leaving the country, because the biggest problem that men are using is this matrix stuff, and they want to use the red pill content. They want to use those kind of things. The problem with that is, if you're using the matrix term, then I can say that there's matrix 2.0 over there. It's just not discovered yet. This is the next gen, all of those kind of things. But if you're saying leaving the country, then I can truly agree that I get it. I completely understand that what you're doing is you don't have any loyalty to the country. You don't have any requirement to be. You can go anywhere. That's perfectly fine. And I respect that. The thing though is, the problem that exists is that the conversations that are happening in a lot of the passport bros, in a lot of the red pill stuff, is that it's not differentiated. And the conversation we're having right now, just like what the gentleman said, change it to country. Love it. I freaking love that, because we're having the right conversation right now to make it clear. The problem is with these other cats, these other kids, they're not learning any better. And the men who are their fathers and their grandfathers, whatever, is not making it clear in the conversation. I mean, just like, for example, if you go to other passport
In
bro
what way are you?
communities,
And what way though? I mean, I'm trying to. I'm not trying to interrupt you, but I'm saying because you're saying a lot, but you're not making any exact points. So I'm saying, in what way are their fathers not leading them correctly?
it's not being led correctly in regard, and this is not about race. This is about men and
I
children.
never said
Okay?
that. No. I never saw anything but race. All I'm saying,
No,
in what I'm asking you, to the points. In what way are their fathers misleading them?
I understand. And so the reason why I brought that up is because I just want to make sure. I want to clarify things to make sure. It's not of me saying that I'm bringing it there. I'm saying I just want to make sure that that's what we're having a conversation with. It's about. And so when you start seeing the other content that's coming out, they're not teaching them correctly. Okay, because why? A lot of these guys that are teaching these younger guys about passport bros and stuff like that. They're saying you're going to find a fit, feminine, friendly woman when the fact is the woman that's next to him is a hoe.
I mean, do you not? I don't think you understand, sir. Like, do you not know that 60% of the world's pornography comes from America? Do you not understand that?
I get it. I understand. So
No.
And I can say Philippines is number one consumer of porn as well.
I need you to break that part and understand that 60% of the world's pornography. So that means the entire world. So let me finish. In the entire world. So that means the entire world, that the pornographic material that people are watching in South America, Africa, the entire world, 60% of it, the overwhelming majority comes from America. That means you have a country full of hoes. So at this point, you either telling me to go wife some hoes, or you telling me to go ahead and turn a hoe into a housewife when we both know that ain't about to happen.
No, first of all, Sunshine's Shoulders. Sunshine's Shoulders teaches that to wipe a hoe.
Mike Jones panel. I'm sorry, I gotta get out of here. It's pricker time. I'll come back up in a little bit.
Right, peace and love. How you doing?
So I'm not. See, that's the thing. I'm not saying that, right? What I said, I didn't even bring up the porn and aspect of things. I think that kids are not being taught enough how to actually deal and conversate with women.
I just told you 60%. I just told you 60% of the United. I don't think you're not hearing what I'm saying though. It's like you're hearing what I'm saying, but you have your own objective, so you're not really.
You said 60%.
No. I'm asking you mathematically, bro. Mathematically, I'm asking you points. I ain't saying anything about anything else but points, right? If 60% of the world's pornography comes from America, that would mean necessarily you have a nation full of whores. So my question is, when I ask you the specific question, right, I say, in what way are these fathers necessarily not leading their sons correctly? You have yet to answer that question, and you went on for 3 minutes.
I started the answering the question. So number one, right, you're using 60% of the porn equals that the majority of the women in America are whores. How does that even mathematically equate?
Have you never heard of OnlyFans and the amount of women in America who have OnlyFans accounts?
I do apologize, sir. You're a little bit muffled. I do apologize.
I said, are you aware of OnlyFans and the amount of women who have OnlyFans accounts?
Yeah, I'm familiar with what's going on with OnlyFans. See, this is the thing. We have to address the fact that even though there's a lot of bad women, and here's what I'm saying. There's also a lot of bad women all over the world. This is what I'm just talking about, social dynamics.
No, I'm still waiting for that. So I'm still waiting on the only when you said that these fathers are leading their sons in the wrong direction. I'm still waiting on that answer.
Meaning that a lot of men are not teaching their kids on how to actually converse, how to have communication. It's a basic skill that most kids don't even have anymore. And at the very same time,
of white women have 70% of white women in America are. I'm giving you stats because I want you to understand what you're saying. Okay. Like, I'm breaking it to context, right? 70% of women in a white women in America, right, have children out of wedlock. So there is no father. In America, I think in Black America, it's like 80%. In Mexican, that's 2%. And I think in Mexican, I think it's like 45%.
Okay, so
right?
I'm
asking mathematically, bro. So math is not actually telling the same thing that you're saying. So somebody's either lying or you're confused.
So I'm not confused.
How can the fathers do anything?
Hold on.
What
I'm saying is this part of it. So you're saying that if a woman is a single mother, she's a hoe?
Nope.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm asking
Because you're
you,
using that. You're saying 70% of women. You're see.
all
This
right,
is
now
the thing.
you're taking words out of
What?
context.
All
No,
right,
no,
all
no.
right. Hold on.
Hold on.
You're spinning this. You're trying to do a straw man argument here. Let me break this down to you. It's statistics. This is Department of Labor Statistics as well as the CDC has did report saying that of 70 to 80% of children born out of wedlock in single mother homes are more likely to be have some type of like jail time or have some type of degenerate behavior. Meanwhile, the children who come from two-parent households have a much lower percentage rate of that. However, single father homes are just as equal as a two-parent home. So it lets you know that without the fathers in these children's lives, their lives get spiraled out of control. But there's a caveat to that.
I don't.
The caveat to that, for the most part, for the most part, though, the children, the men who are not in the children's lives are being forced away from their children.
Okay, so let's go ahead and play. Let's go play this
because if you also take a look at the same studies, they even concluded that the Black American men are the most involved in their children's lives, even from a distance.
I've seen that. I've seen those, and I adhere by it, and I appreciate those repetition I've heard before. So here's the thing: do you adhere to the fact that Kevin Samuel states that women give access to the punani and men give access to relationships?
Yeah, that is absolutely true.
That is absolutely true. So who created who chose the wrong woman? Is it
the woman did because I got this.
So you're saying women? Okay.
No. Guys, I got this.
What I'm saying is, all right, plain and simple. So if this is exactly what I'm talking about, men need to be better at choosing women to get into a relationship. And if you can't, if you cannot get the right woman, don't get into them. Don't try to create a relationship.
Sir, you do know women are going to the sperm bank and getting children by that way. You do know that, right? You know that is a phenomenon.
You got to let people answer their questions. You got to let people answer the questions. You're too busy trying to talk over everybody. Let the man speak. He's trying to ask you a question. You're talking over everybody.
I mean, so I already see he got his own narrative. So at that point, after I asked enough questions, I already figured it out. Basically, bro, you have women who literally go to sperm banks and go get children. You have women who sleep with random dudes on the street and get children. Literally, I can show you a video of women necessarily. I'm like white, black, and white, black, and the South. I ain't seen no Latino do it yet. But I've seen these two groups of women go actually date dudes in jail, bro, and get pregnant by these dudes. So at this point, my friend, there is, but like in America, there is no place. In America,
where's
bro, black men have.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Finish, bro. Because now you pressing lies and narratives, bro. Right now, so that at this point, you have women who are sleeping with prisoners and going to sperm banks to get seed.
Sure, I agree.
And let's not forget that the majority.
There is no quote unquote. So you can get one drop of sperm necessarily has 1 million seeds in it, bro. So that literally means necessarily if one woman goes to one sperm bank necessarily, there's literally 1 million sperm that she can get. So at this point, bro, you need to stop lying and go find a better place to be.
All right. Well,
hold on.
Let the host is trying to speak, bro.
Hold on. I've been quiet for so many minutes. Let me just say this, especially to you, Pharaoh. Mike is on our side. You don't know this. I'm just listening to everyone. Do you think Mike is our enemy? The fuck you mean?
I'm asking questions.
That exactly. That's the problem.
Hold on. I'm not black. I never mingled into black issues that does not concern me. But this is what I noticed. Like, Mike is not even coming after your collar. He supports the passport bros. Okay, you need to get off your emotions, brothers. Trust me. I'm just sitting here, watching the show. It's like, damn, they didn't know.
They don't know. They don't know what I do.
Well,
I want to thank him.
The reason I'm asking these questions, I want to get a deeper understanding as to what and where everybody's mindset is. That's why I was asking questions.
Yeah, and
Here's
it's
the
good
thing.
to
Here's
And
the thing. Taylor. We are used on TikTok. YouTube is a different space. Mike,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to hear both sides, you need to listen to Mike. You need to subscribe to his channel. Why? We are the same. We don't sugarcoat things. He will tell you what needs to be put up there. Okay, so bro, chill.
Okay, cool.
You need to chill with Mike because he's on our side, you motherfuckers.
Okay,
and I want to
okay, I
thank
got
him.
you.
Actually,
every
Well, that's
Actually-
cool.
every single one of those statistics that you're saying, I know it and I believe it and I agree with it. I am
Okay,
not
cool.
denying those. I'm not denying that the modern women in the United States of America and Western women has changed totally. I agree with that. Okay, I didn't deny that. That's why when you give statistics, I'm like, okay, I agree. I
No,
adhere to it.
you omitted that. No, that I look at details and points, right? Like I said, I don't do by race or anything like that. I go by details and points. So like when I asked you your first detail and point, where I said, well, how are these fathers misleading their sons? We went around a lot of word salad, but no actual points. If you ask me necessarily, where is the hat? I'm gonna tell you the hat is on my head. That's how men talk to each other, right?
Okay.
If you tell me, so what color is that on the ground? That's a blue color on the ground. What color is that tree? That tree is blue or green or whatever, right? So when I asked you again, how are these men misleading their children or their sons? I'm still waiting on that answer, but I still haven't yet got the answer. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm asking you direct man.
Got it.
I'm
So
expecting direct man answer.
So what was my John? What was my answer? What a lot of men are not teaching men.
Well,
What did you say?
I just want because my thing. Here's the thing. This is what I already answered. What I'm saying is men is not teaching their kids to communicate better. Men are not teaching their kids to be able to understand female dynamics. Men are not teaching kids how to approach people correctly. Men are not teaching kids how to do a proper approach on a woman.
I think this is where you misunderstand reality. I don't know. Maybe your notion is maybe broken or something. But like I said, we just said you have in white America, you have a 70% of out of wedlock child rate. So there is no man, quote unquote, leading this out. Like that, these women can get sperm from any place, from the sperm bank to the homeboy on the street necessarily. Whatever, like literally, bro. You can go look it up on right now. Google it right now. There are women like this, saying literally having a sperm war. They literally out there bidding for sperm.
Have you heard?
I don't deny that. I'm in the medical field. I am familiar with it. They exist. Yes.
So when you say quote unquote, so this is where we come into that reality. That's when that the two things, the rubber meets road, right? So when you know for a fact that there is a woman who is willing to go out there and go be loose with her vagina and go sleep with a man in jail, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote, to go out there having bidding wars for sperm necessarily. And you have women going to Jamaica, especially Jamaica, going out there necessarily and getting pregnant and coming back. At what point necessarily is the man the problem necessarily and not the woman's action?
I did not say the man is not the problem. What I'm saying is I do recognize that there are women who are problematic. And I also recognize the truth that there are men that are problematic as well. The only thing that can be changed is the person himself to be able to move himself up, to level himself up. If his daddy didn't teach him how to be a better man, he finds ways to learn from other men that helps him be better. And then when that person, that individual, that said person does something about, then he can be better at himself. You're right. There's women going to the sperm banks. You're right. There's women that are marrying a bunch of guys in prison. You are completely right. It's gone haywire for these women. But guess what? And there's one decision is, there's those men that are going after those women. So the problem is the individual. That individual person should not go after those women. You should be smarter enough to learn not to go after those women.
Is she getting sperm from a sperm bank? How you talking that?
If you all will not let me speak, I'm gonna mute everyone. I don't want to start doing that. Okay, this is my live. Let me take control, please. Let me take control, brother. Sitting in front of me. Let me just say something, because this what Mike is saying. Okay. Passport Bros, we support it. I've been defending the Passport Bro for 4 months now. Don't get me wrong, okay? But here's the thing. A lot of Passport Bros are leaving America to avoid the 304s. But guess what? They go to other countries to look for 304s as well. They go to red light districts. Now, what can you say about that?
So I will let me no, hold on. I'm an actual passport bro, halfway across the world. I am closer to Joanne than probably most of you are, except for whoever's in the Philippines right now. Okay, so I'm gonna just tell you right now. Yes, there are a lot of passport bros that try to come out here and go to red light districts. And you know what we say about those men? Like Austin Holloman and things like that. We don't have anything to do with them. Let them do their thing. Let them go do whatever they want to do. But if they get hemmed up, don't expect us to come for them. Don't expect us to help them out or anything like that. Because the true passport bros are out here trying to establish generational wealth for ourselves and create families and start businesses and create what I like to call a black version of Chinatown, a community of like-minded people, so that when other people are ready to get out of America, they already have established communities in different cities around the world for them to be able to come to. That's what the true passport bros are about. Those other guys you're talking about, those are I call them PWOPs, Pookies with a passport. Because Pookies are not a derivative of your income. They're very wealthy and rich Pookies, and they're very broke Pookies, but we just call those Ray Rays. So I mean, and when it comes down to it, and what you're saying, Mike, I get what you're saying, but you also got to keep in mind that the majority of the out of wedlock babies are coming from the same 16 to 20% of men, because those are what these wee women are going after. There's a thing. I'm a TikToker. I'm primarily on TikTok, and there's a side of TikTok called Prison TikTok. Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've literally seen a guy.
I understand.
Okay, cool. But for those who haven't seen, but for those who are not familiar with this, prison TikTok is an area where they actually have men in prison and thousands of women in the chat gawking over them. This one guy opened up his Cash App and showed the screen. It says $0.00. By the time the live was over, he had $30,000 freaking dollars. Grown ass PhD having doctors, female doctors, getting on camera twerking for these guys while they bop the baloney off camera. You know, you see them doing like this, and they're just sitting there twerking on camera for them. Literally, this is what goes on out there.
So when I hear Mike say, quote unquote, that some men need to do something, the men that you need to be talking about, that's not their issue though, because the men that are married, right? And the men that take the kids are fine. So basically, accountability. So you need to play that accountability back on the women who go out there. If you're chasing prison dick, it is not my fault that you got pregnant, bro. It is not that man's fault that you got pregnant, bro. If you are out here fucking hobos, you know what I'm saying, and Guatemala because you can't find no man of America, it is not nobody else's fault. I don't know how you want necessarily men to be responsible for other men's seed that women choose to go get, bro. At this point, I don't.
I will take accountability.
Hold on. We have another person here. And why, guy, you want to say something, bro? You've been, he's been quiet there.
Sorry about that. I was on there and my phone went down. I was using my phone, so now I'm on my tablet, so there's no interruptions. So when I talk to some of the guys who are passport bros with their sons, they literally tell me that they teach their sons how to talk to women, how to interact with the world, and how to interact with the world around them. And before they got their passports, they were actually grooming their sons financially on how to be financially sound, how to have a 401k set up in your name, and be a digital nomad and put money away so they could save some stuff. But my former students, well, when I was there, I was actually working in the schools. They had before they became passport bros, they were dating women of other cultures that were treating them nice and everything like that. The women tried to have my principal tried to suspend those boys for not dealing with the girls in the school, so much so that they tried to have my principal and my superintendent fired for not suspending the boys from school. That's how bad it's gotten. because they're realizing
Wow.
that if we don't snatch these, what's happening is that the passport bros have opened up a window where the young guys, they don't have to like go outside and see it. They can look right on their tablets and their phones and TVs and see how bad it's gotten, and they're teaching their sons, listen, this is how you do this. This is what you do. This is how you move in the world. And I talked to some of those passport bros. They set them. They taught them how to invest in IRAs. They taught them how to speak to certain women that they're not interested in. They taught them how to apply for passports and everything like that. So I get where he's going with that. I get that there are certain men that I guess that kind of dropped the ball, and I get what he's saying. But what I've seen and what I've talked to is that the passport bros that have sons, they taught them, they were way ahead of the curve because they didn't want their sons to experience what's going on out there. Because he told me, some of them said, I feel bad for these young kids out here today. These young boys got it bad now. It's gotten so bad that they try to talk to some of these girls. They want $100 just to talk to them.
Oh boy,
I'm
it's
like,
even worse than
Cash
that.
App. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, really? And that's
Hold
why.
on.
And when they don't, yeah.
Hold on. Let me say something. Black women are the new men. You want to join the live because you've been saying the comments that Mike is a fool. I mean, explain why you said that. The link is still there. The link is still there because again,
Someone just said, is Pharaoh Hotep? No, Pharaoh is an acronym that stands for promoting harmony and respect all over humanity. That's what I stand on. That's what I'm all about. And you're absolutely right. I what I'm doing is actually, I partnered with another passport bro who does things like help people establish business trusts. And that's what I'm creating now. I'm creating a trust for my business that I'm opening out here. And when it's all said and done, I have a nice nest egg left over that's going to be left to my children, and as well as the business that's going to be left over for them as well. So that is the key part, because what I'm trying to do is get my children out of America. As I'm dealing with their mom because she's trying to keep them away from me, obviously. So which means I'm one of those brothers who can't teach his children properly because of the fact that they're being kept away from me. She'll let me call them and video chat with them or visit, but she doesn't want them living with me, and that's the issue. Even though the kids themselves want to live with me. Yeah, because they know
that you open up their eyes.
Exactly. I would give them a better culture experience. I would be able to take them around the world, let them experience the world and different places of the world, let them experience new cultures, and I will open their minds to different ways of living and different ways of being. And she is vehemently against that. Why? Because she is pretty much like an overall rejection of.
I think she went out for a second because of her connection. But you're right. You're right. My students, their fathers are trying to get me into the overage business, which is basically, I guess, after there was a tax sale on a home, there's still money left over. My students are my former students listen, Mr. Muhammad, why don't you sell it into the overage business? I was like, what's overage? And I started researching it more. There's a program with Mr. Bob Diamond, and shout out to him. He's doing the
similar
legal
to hedge
part.
funds.
Exactly, but it's the legal part of the overage business. My former students are telling me about that, and they don't necessarily work. I mean, they work a 9 to 5, but in how they taught me was, listen, I can work anywhere around the world now. I don't have, as long as I have my computer, my tablet, and my smartphone. And my dad helped me set up a LLC. Helped me set up an LLC and set up a 401k. So my money is deferred, so that way I can retire while I'm in other countries. That's why, and I kind of like what Mike is saying, that sometimes that men drop the ball, but then there are other men who are fathers that see what's going on and they don't want that for their sons. So they say, you know what, this is how we're gonna do it. This is what you do. Blah 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 blah. And now they're getting their younger sons. They're like 9, 8, 7 years old passports. It's that bad.
My son is 10. And I'm giving him his passport.
And that's exactly where I'm coming from. is that when I created those questions and the way the topic I did is we also need to see the thing though is most guys in this whole thing when it comes to talking about wants to talk about the good of things, that it's great. But the thing though is what's not being discussed is how we can actually help the younger generation to better themselves. That's why do you think I'm bringing the conversation topic? Okay. And with respect to the gentleman that left, like Joan said, I'm in everyone's side. I know those statistics. I don't need to talk about,
you see it.
I see it and I know it, and I'm in the medical field, and I also I'm a statistic person. If you guys are familiar, for example, with Chocolate Man in Thailand and with Zoom, I'm in
both.
Okay. If you see that we actually had a good conversation to some
Mike
basic
is
things.
actually Jay the Black Filipino TV's friend. So y'all need to chill. Y'all need to chill.
No, I'm not on him. I'm not on him. I'm asking.
No, he's not. He's not on me. And the guy was just like spitting out nonstop. And I'm just like, okay. I was talking about conversation. It's important that we need to teach young kids to become better conversations, because then we can help them be better. Because if they can converse better, then we can give them the right ideas on how to be able to better themselves with money and everything. It all starts with learning how to be able to have that discussion.
Financial responsibility.
Yes, because financial responsibility is not taught anywhere in high school, anywhere in the middle grade. We all, the moment we leave high school, we get that first mail in that first mailing in our mailbox telling us you can apply for a credit card already without even discussing about credit scores or discussing these things. Most men don't even understand what's a trust. You have to have a trust with your LLC. I can go deep when it comes to these type of discussions. Right? I can.
Well, if you're on TikTok, I would like to invite you to a TikTok live chat with a gentleman who likes to talk about trust, and he's a certified trust. I
have accountants and I have lawyers that handles my trust that I was able to put together all that stuff.
All right, cool.
I am familiar with all of that stuff.
I mean, and for you to give some expertise towards it as well, for men are interested in learning more about it, because there's something we definitely needed.
Yeah, we can discuss tax codes. We can do all those things. We can discuss the fact that if you're a YouTuber, if you're a TikToker, you should have an LLC based just on your YouTube channel, because then you can write off so many different things from your travel, from your food, from your lodging. You can use all that stuff.
They're making fun of you in the comments.
Most people don't even understand that. What?
Run that back one more time.
Do you know that if you're a YouTuber,
Mike is a male nurse? I had what? Something to call him up. I don't know.
That's
okay.
Walker. That's a joke from a movie. That's a movie.
Listen.
I've heard.
Well, listen. I drive trucks.
But listen, as a nurse, allowed me to open up businesses in nursing field. Allowed me to open up home health agencies, consulting services, training services, and all that other stuff. I ain't denying I'm a nurse. When people use that to make fun of me, I be like, yo, but guess what? Nurses make six figures.
Yeah, they do.
Exactly. Exactly.
And to take accountability on behalf of men, we do typically go after the bad Coke bottle bodied type of women who probably are morally bankrupt and overlook women that will otherwise treat us like kings. And that's something we do. I mean, it's just the same as those girls going after the bad boys, or the prison women going after the prison TikTokers, stuff like that. We are guilty of that as men. I'm not going to say.
Why can't they go after the truck drivers, the police officers, the nurses? The over guys. I'm still trying to understand
drivers.
That.
But let's
the bus drivers.
There's one problem.
An MTA bus operator here in New York City makes over $180,000.
Garbage men in you.
$180,000.
Garbage men too.
Garbage men too.
A garbage man over here.
Plumbers.
My neighbor is a city garbage man, a garbage truck driver. He makes over he just clocked over $210,000 last year.
See, y'all making me jealous, because I'm disabled. I'm a disabled vet. I'm not allowed to work anymore, so I'm living off of my disability check.
And retirement, right?
Men need to go into trade. If you want to move up right away, go into trade. Trade is the most important thing that people need to, let's just be honest. Trade is where it is. You can make six figures right away as a plumber the moment you get out of school, right? But we can dive deep into a lot of those.
What about a truck driver?
Truck drivers.
Shit, them truck drivers.
It all
What?
depends on your
He got a
route.
good friend that's a truck driver. He has his own truck, and him and his best friend started a business together. He makes the low 200s, 6 figures. And he actually was just out here last month. He's actually coming back. He's going to actually want to help me start my gamer style dispensary that I'm creating out here in Thailand.
There you go.
Pretty awesome. But there's so many different avenues we can do. But the thing is and having access to this knowledge and information is not the issue. It's a lack of interest for those who you're trying to spread it to.
Well, most men want the pussy instead of just the basic stuff. They just want the fast. It's the same. That's the problem. I mean, we can even use the
fast life
principle. We can even use the Pareto principle just on the basics of passport bros. We can even say 80% are a bunch of passport pookies, and 20% are the guys that want to better themselves, level themselves up, create a new culture, create a new place, like as you're talking about a new Chinatown and certain play it.
And an economy.
The reason why it's 80, I could even say the Pareto principle with 80% is because just look at the amount of, the GDP that each country makes in regards to a lot of these, Pattaya, Angeles City and all those kind of things. Let's be honest. And
they just had an election here. They just had an election here in Pattaya. I mean, in Thailand, and now they're forming a democratic government. Yeah, I'm in Pattaya right now. And also they're actually having police officers going up and down Beach Road and stopping all the freelancers. I think they're starting to lock down red light district activities out here.
They tried to do that in Susua and the DR as well, but it didn't work.
They're in Pattaya now. Rome is in Pattaya now.
Yeah,
yeah. I try to. Yeah, I know he was at Golden Tiger earlier. I couldn't make it out there. If you can get in touch with him, tell him to hang out another day, so I want to get up with him.
Hold on.
You know what it kind of sounds like?
I'll text message him for you right now, man.
Cool.
Topic right now, but right now, Frank, it's going I don't know.
let's.
You know what it kind of sounds like?
What is it?
It kind of sounds like you know how like John Wick started, how they had their own currency and their own that's what it's like, their own government. That's what we're creating. We're creating our own government and
we're creating our own communities and all.
Exactly.
We're pretty much trying. We're going to places that's going to allow us sovereignty.
Hold on, you need to listen. Pharaoh, I need to talk to you. Mike, I need to talk to you, and the rest of the gang in the comments. Especially those who really want to invest and save money. Okay. You all have my email address. It is in my bio. He was just here earlier. He was on cam. Rice Paddy. We talk every day because this our plan as well to help the brothers. Okay. We are setting up a business right now to help the brothers. Okay. We have that plan already. So
sounds like the high table.
Y'all get my email. Someone please, I have a lot of moderators
it's right
here.
There. It's right there scrolling on the bottom of the screen right now. So it's good. They see your email right there.
There. You can use that as my email as well. Because again, brothers, it is not just about the meow meow. Okay. Not about the meow meow. You should earn the money as well. God damn it. Are you all rich motherfuckers?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
That's the reason why.
Mula. Damn.
That's the reason why
I started my business.
That's the reason why my younger students, my former students, they told me it's not just about the women that are escaping. We're escaping this whole thing. We're creating our own businesses. They have overages and everything like that. Overages business where it's about real estate in the United States that were foreclosed on. They also they come back because some of them are truck drivers. They one of my students, he bought like 3 trucks and he's contracting for Ford Motor Company and Dodge and Chrysler and all those for Chrysler and stuff like that. He actually takes luxury cars from, I guess, New York or Detroit or whatever. He's his own contractor. Yeah. So they're getting me into this. I'm like, okay, all right. I'm like, yeah. They were like, you have a commercial driver's license because I'm going for my Class A in a couple of months. And I'm getting my hazmat. I think once I get my hazmat and my Class A, I may stop driving. I may just drive trucks.
Yeah, and here's another thing. There's
Because I do
also
drive trucks now.
there's countries
I
around the
can't
world
drive
that's
a
looking.
truck.
There's countries around the world that's looking for people to drive trucks as well. So that's actually a business you could take around the world. So just keep that in mind as
Exactly.
well, and you
Not
can make
that,
And I'm
bank in certain
also
not
countries.
just that,
I'm
because
also
here in
getting
the
into other
Philippines,
things.
here, brothers, you need to understand, the Philippines is the call center capital of the world. Okay, and Filipinos are the most hardworking people. Why do you think there are a lot of nurses, Filipino nurses in the U.S.? Why do
Woo!
you think that Filipinos are so in demand everywhere? Because we
Especially in
are
New
the
York City.
exactly
New York City
there are
has the largest
over
Filipino
America.
concentrate of Filipinos in the United States.
Oh my
You
God,
come
hold
to
on. We
Queens,
have
Brooklyn.
someone who will join, and his name just scared the shit out of me.
No, ma'am. Al
Oh,
Bundy.
damn. Yeah, how you guys
Al
doing?
Bundy.
Oh,
Brave,
doing great.
courageous, and bold.
Yeah, I'm just coming out. I'm just trying to, save all the pookies out there. And
Hey, what up, sex
yeah,
pack
with the
bro?
call center thing, it is kind of hard to build up contacts and all that. I
No, no,
used
no,
to
no,
have
no,
a
no,
call
it's not.
center for 2 years,
No,
and I had to send
because
it
you,
because
you
at
do
the
know
end of
about work from home setup right now, correct?
hmm?
Are you familiar with work from home setup with call centers?
Yes,
Yeah, all you need is a headset like
They're
this
doing
and a
that.
high-speed
yeah,
internet
a lot of them.
and a computer.
A lot of them are doing that now. Yeah.
Yeah, there's people
Exactly.
who actually do that type of remote work out here. They do remote customer service work, and they literally sit there and they'll do it. They'll do the
For 4
graveyard shift.
hours.
They do the graveyard shift hours here, which is the daytime hours in America. You know what I'm saying? And then, or they'll do the daytime shift here, which is the graveyard shift in America. And by the time they're done, 4 or 5 hours, they made enough money to sustain them for 4 or 5 hours a day. They make more money than they would, and they live a better lifestyle they would make it if they made about 60,000-70,000 in the States. Just because of the
Yeah.
currency
No,
exchange
because
rate out
here's
here.
the thing. The good thing about work from home setup is that you do not need to
It's
rent a
digital.
building, right?
And it's digital.
You do not exactly, and you know
And
how much you pay for agents, for Filipino agents. You can go for as low as $2.75 per hour. Can you pay that same amount to Americans to work for you?
no.
I don't think
Definitely not.
for an
And the
hour,
average
right?
the average
We're talking
income,
about is like way back in
$10 per hour,
2014,
right? In the US.
2016.
12
yeah, it's
hours.
somewhere around there. And
But here's
here,
the
like
thing.
the 7-Eleven, the average income of the monthly income of people that work at 7-Eleven is like 12,000 baht, which is like $230 some odd dollars a month. So yeah,
See? But Pharaoh,
you,
you know that we speak better English than Thais, right? So
And
yes, I
guess
know,
what?
I
And
know.
guess what? With
But
those
I will
remote
say
businesses,
the internet's better out here, though.
and you know what's so crazy
what
about that?
you
What you were saying? What you're saying?
what?
All you need is a
Yeah.
smartphone, a tablet, a computer, and that's
5G,
it. That's all you need.
No,
5G
high-speed
actually,
internet.
internet.
4G
And
would
guess
work.
what? You don't have to worry about a paper check. You don't have to worry.
Exactly.
Everything is directly deposited. It goes right to your account.
This is the best part. Okay, hold on. You do not need to register that business here in the Philippines because work from home people, we do not pay taxes, but we pay our own benefits. So we
Exactly.
get
Oh,
our
so it's kind of like digital nomads.
there you
Exactly.
go.
Ah,
We are not even talking about
Because
customer service. Just find one good product to sell. You're
yep.
gonna get your
It is an easy way to do that. You go to Amazon.com, just click on become an affiliate, find a product you like, copy and paste the product that you see on Amazon on your Pinterest, and then direct people to your Pinterest, and people who buy from there, boom, you get an instant commission.
right. Because again, that is like the number one, like that is the best business to start here in the Philippines, to be honest. Work from home setup. That is like you'll just gonna provide. You'll just the only thing that you need to pay while you know when you are starting
It's
would be
internet.
the the dialers that the agents will be using. That's it.
Okay.
And how much is the dialer? The cheapest is around $500.
Okay, but you also got to have good internet.
No, bro, trust me. Why would we become the call center capital of the world if we have like really
because they're
trashy
good at it.
service? You only need 5 Mbps speed. Okay, 5
Well, not me, because
Mbps.
I'm playing Call of Duty while I'm answering phone calls. Like, hold on a second.
Damn, not that.
You know me, I'm a gamer. That's why I'm opening a gamer dispensary.
Right. That's why this is the new thing that I'm offering the brothers. See, again, I met Pharaoh 4 months ago on TikTok. I was just clapping back to those hyenas. Okay, but in the process, I realized that I need to help the brothers. The Average Man Unplugged.
And when you did that, you tapped into their. When you did that, you tapped into their money. That's why they're trying to shame brothers from going to the Philippines or leaving or going on these internet venture businesses. Because, like I said, you have the Beers is closing. David's Bridal is done. There's a lot, no more dates and everything like that. Guys are like, you know what? I'm gonna follow this. I'm gonna keep working, stack my money, and get out of here.
I'm gonna tell you,
the internet ventures and go.
No, let me just address this comment from Mike. Come on, remote workers have to pay taxes in Philippines. Most just don't cause it hard to get caught. No. Here's the thing. I was working in the call center industry for 13 years. So every payout, they already, get the tax from my salary. But if you are working from home, especially what you call the virtual assistants, people working for real estate, for realtors, stuff like that, they give us our pay in full, but we pay for our benefits here in the Philippines, and we call that SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig. Not like if we work in call centers. They will be, they are going to deduct the tax, okay, and they're going to be deducting, they're going to be paying for our benefits as well. That's coming from our salaries. But for a work from home setup, it's a different thing. It is a different thing. I've been doing work from home for almost 7 years. Almost 7 years.
The only issue I have with
it's skyrocketed.
And the only issue I have with coming out to the Philippines is I can't enjoy my favorite little green plant as much as
smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
Oh yeah, I smoke constantly. That's why I keep leaning off the camera. I just turn my camera off so I can just smoke and stare at the screen without having to lean and duck. It's like I can smoke on camera here.
I wonder if I can open a comic book store in the Philippines. You know what? I suggest you do that online. Yes, but I suggest you do that online. It will save you a lot of money to rent,
do it on TikTok. Yeah, do it on TikTok because I know there's a couple of Filipinos that I know, like I got one of my Mace, one of the girls on this she actually has a book. She sells books online, and she said there's been a lot of people asking about manga anime books and also asking about comic books.
Anime. Dragon Ball Z for life. But let me address this question from Dave. Serious question here. I know it's a subculture, but what's the chances of opening a cigar bar in QC, Makati, Manila? Nah, I won't recommend. You know what's a hit here in the Philippines as well? Vape shops. Dave, vape.
And karaoke. Karaoke lounge.
Karaoke? No. It's so overrated already.
Lounge, like hookahs and stuff.
Vape shops that is a hit right now. I'm telling you, vape shops.
Then I
like the smoke shops here in New York City.
Yeah, and dispensaries here in Thailand.
So in New York City, how much is a vape like this one? No, a disposable like this one.
Disposable one?
The reason why I don't know because I don't really do that stuff because I have a CDL and I'm trying to protect it. But
go ahead.
I'm gonna take a guess. Maybe about like 10. I don't know. Maybe like $9, $10. I'm not sure because I don't do it.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't do it because I got a CDL to protect. That's why
the
I
little,
can't do that.
This is only $3.75 your money, and this is
yes,
9,000
Wow.
pucks already. 9,000 pucks.
something like that, in America. Like I'm
It's
from South
cheaper.
Carolina, and before
This
I
is
left
two
South
dollars
Carolina,
and
I saw
twenty-five.
I saw something
See,
like that in South Carolina, and it cost about 17, 18, $19. So in New York City is obviously going to be around $25 to $30 for something like that. So yeah, that is you're paying what 10 times more for those in New York City than you would pay for them in the Philippines. So yeah, it is literally like that. I mean, the cost of living up there in general is just the reason why everything's so expensive in America. That's why I live out here. I stay in a beautiful resort. I pay $570 a month, and that's for all my expenses minus food and entertainment.
right, right. But
And
there
it's going to be
there
even.
are
It's even better. It's even cheaper in the Philippines. Your money goes a lot further in the Philippines. So
exactly.
it's
Well,
just
I
my
don't
issue
know
with
too
the.
much about that stuff because I can't really do it because
Oh,
I know you got
let me
because I
CDL.
have a
let me
commercial
just tell you
license because I
how cheap it is here in the Philippines. You can get a haircut here in my country for only $1, your money.
wow.
It's like $3 for a basic haircut out here. 100 baht, which is like $3 American.
A
I got my
manicure with pedicure, $2.
and out here a
Wow.
woman could get a pedicure, manicure, and an hour-long foot massage for $18.
See, it's cheaper here.
Yeah, and you guys got a
Well,
lot
like I
more
said,
islands.
I couldn't the reason why I couldn't tell you because I don't know because I don't want to get in any trouble. But I really have to like watch what I say because
Mm,
but with my license, I'm controlled by kind of the federal government and the state, so I can't really like do any drugs or alcohol because
understandable.
if you're
It's not a
caught, yeah,
drug. It's not a drug. Damn it.
well, still you can't be. See, I'm controlled by the Federal Motor Carriers Commission here in the
I
United
know, I
States.
know, I know. I get it. I get it. Oh, so what's upset? South Carolina house. I'm from Myrtle Beach, home of Black Bike Weekend, the continuation of
Oh,
Freaknik.
it was. You know what? I used to go there a lot, but when it started getting horrible and people started bringing and it was the out of town guys, I stopped going.
And well,
I
what
had to
happened
stop
was
going.
all the
The
redlining.
violence was just too bad.
Yeah, all the redlining that happened in Brooklyn and stuff. When all that
They're
happened,
bringing
and
it down
Brooklyn got
there.
they moved to South Carolina. Half the Wu-Tang clans from South Carolina. If you didn't know that, the Sumter, South Carolina. But they went to Myrtle Beach and places like that, and then they took
And
all
ruined
that.
it.
Oh man, Myrtle Beach became the unaliving capital of the southeast portion of the United States.
Yes.
I was there last year.
Yes.
That was the last
I
city I
couldn't
was in
go.
before I moved out. I said, let me go enjoy one last bike weekend. I went out there and I seen police officers getting the Guac Guac 3000 right there in their cruisers. I seen married women literally popping off their wedding ring and putting on scantily clad clothes to go get ran through by a bunch of dudes. I've seen it all, and I used to partake in all that when I was younger because I was a teenager.
Now you
18,
don't want
19.
that.
Now I'm like, you know what? I've had enough. My body count's over 300, and that's a lot for a big dude. So I say, I'm going to just go.
I
Get the
used
hell
to
up
go
out of here.
there and have my own hotels and stuff like that, my own hotel room. Some of my friends would ask me, can they use it or whatever. But when I went there the last time, that's when you had that big shootout and everything like that, with cops with rifles and all sorts of stuff. I said, forget it. I'm done.
It's on
I'm
YouTube.
done.
For those who don't know, search up Myrtle Beach, South Carolina bike weekend shooting, and you will see what he's discussing. That it literally happens there every year, and it's been happening for the past 10 years in Myrtle
5
Beach
years.
now.
It's been going on for a while. Well, COVID really didn't really do anything. They didn't go, but that year that I went, I went like 2017, 2018. I said never again. Here in New York, I went to
Hold on. Silver Raven Moon, email me. My email is here in the banner. I'll help you out with that. Email me.
I went to what do you call that?
I'm here to help the brothers out, you motherfuckers. And I'm doing this for free, you motherfuckers.
You should be charging.
Yeah. No, where are them super chats? You don't get super chats on here?
No, not
Not
yet.
yet.
I'm still not monetized. I'm almost there, bro. I don't upload videos here every day, not like on TikTok, because I
Yeah, I'm
have more.
close too. I'm close
I
too,
have
but they said
more
I gotta
videos
get
here, like
I
really
gotta get
more.
100,000 views on my videos in 30 days. But other than that, I hit 13. I'm at 13.2K followers on my TikTok. So I'm
If those hyenas did not ban my 10 accounts, I will be like earning good on TikTok. But again, I'm on my 11 account right now, and I'm not even
The
on
reason
TikTok
why they're
anymore.
doing that is because you're opening up brothers' eyes. That's why they're doing that.
oh yeah, they do it to me
They're
too.
supposed.
And
They're supposed. You're supposed. We're supposed to be dumb. We're supposed to be deaf, dumb, and blind, and
Right.
whistle
But
Mhm.
past the graveyard.
here's
That's
the thing.
exactly what's supposed to happen here.
This is because Frank Tate asked me earlier if we have a topic. This is the topic now. Okay. To everyone who's interested here in the live right now. Okay. We're going to be creating a group. Okay, brothers. We are creating a group. I'm just, damn it. The other one left already, but again, he was here earlier, Rice Patty. So again,
Rice
email
Patty.
me. Yeah, Rice Patty, email me. Email me. And we are going to make this work. All right.
All right, no doubt.
They are. They are. The reason why they're coming for you is because they see what's going on. They see that you're educating us. They see it.
No, you know why they are
Now,
coming for me? No, this is the main reason why they are coming after me, because of my real hair, real hair, real. Sorry, I'm sorry. I just
they're
had
not
to
just
say
coming after that. They're going after. The reason why they're going after a lot of y'all is because now black men, when they leave the country and they come back, we don't want to deal with them. I've heard guys that when they leave and they come back from like Brazil or something like that, just a quick observation. When they leave to go to Brazil and they come back, brothers are crying on planes. They're crying. They're
anti-American
literally
American.
crying.
Email me. I want you to email me so I can put you up on this one, because I know a lot of brothers are saving money. Okay, to travel. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. We are gonna make this
Mhm.
happen. God damn it! Again,
They,
traveling is
they,
not.
I,
It does not
there
matter
was
if you come
Charles
here in the
Tyler.
Philippines or not. Okay, it does not matter if you're gonna go to Thailand, to Colombia, to Brazil. I'm gonna help you out. Does not matter. Does not matter.
Do you know that before Charles Tyler died, there was a couple of women that the sisters, the hyenas. You know, they traveled down to Brazil to argue with him, and the guys on the beach that were having a good time. If you don't believe me, the video's out there. I can send it to you. It's ridiculous.
Damn.
I was like, wait a minute. And a lot of the guys on YouTube thought I was lying because Obsidian. I saw you on the Obsidian Media Network, right? He
Oh
had to
yeah.
turn his mic off. He had to turn his mic off. He went and gagged because he couldn't believe what he saw. And he was like, "Yep, this is it. This is the new thing." And Kevin Samuels, 2 weeks before he died, he was talking with the standard hyena, and she wanted the black men to take a bad deal. Do you know that he looked into the camera and said, "Black men, sell out and get your passports"? He looked right. I think I saw it was on either Facebook or YouTube. He looked into the camera and said, "Sell out and get your passports." For the first time in my life, I saw Kevin Samuels, Mr. High Value Man, give up.
And that's sad. To be honest, that is sad. But
this was 2 weeks before he died.
I cannot blame the brothers because I've seen
at this point.
Yeah, I've seen everything. I've seen everything. Like those hyenas. Again, I'm not generalizing all American black women because there are still
it's
good
the
American
majority of them.
But
it's a sizable majority of them.
Yeah, I've seen everything. So at this point, I'm not really certain. I'm not questioning the brothers anymore. Why you want to leave America? I'm even encouraging you to leave America.
Do you know that there was this guy was trying to walk away from a hyena that he was dating? He was like, "Listen, I don't want to argue with him, whatever." And they were at a bowling alley, I guess he was going to sit down. Do you realize that this hyena picked up a bowling ball and hit him in the back of the head with a bowling ball and almost killed him?
And you know what?
That's just the ones that aren't getting killed. I'm talking about the ones that I can't believe what this one lady.
Yeah.
And the women on the internet and the hyenas on the internet were clapping like it was funny.
And you know what's funny? These hyenas, they said as well that foreign men will like us as well. But you know what? Ask the Filipino men, ask them to choose between a Filipina and an American black woman or a Western woman or other races.
They're not going towards them.
Filipino men go to Filipinas.
Literally seen a video of a woman say, "Yeah, I'm going to become a passport sis. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to go get me a husband." And when she got here, she got the rude awakening because she found out real quick. As soon as she popped off at the mouth windows, man, they gave her 5 from the backside. They gave her that. And she learned quick, swift, in a hurry. They don't play that mess out in other parts of the world. And now she's stuck in a marriage with a man who she considers to be abusive, and stuff like that. I mean, it is what it is. And also, I seen the video where the woman talk about she was turned on when police officers manhandling black men in the streets. I seen the video.
I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, I was the one that posted that last year, and it went viral. That's what helped me get up my following. I posted that last year on TikTok. I also have a video of a woman advocating for post-birth unalivings of black male babies. And here's a little sad statistic: the number one unaliver of the black community, more than heart disease.
The hyenas.
More than heart disease, more than drug abuse, more than diabetes, and unalivings by violence combined is abortions. Number one, 19 million.
They don't have to wait till you're born. They do it when you're alive. There was a guy who got he came late to his I guess his wife or his girlfriend's party because he was working. And what happened was he bought her a new Camaro. You know what she did to him? You know how she thanked him at the party? She took the knife out of the cake and stabbed him in his neck.
Killing
him on the spot on video.
I seen a woman take her 3-year-old son and try to throw him in front of a truck of brothers who were delivering, who they were doing beer delivery. They do beer deliveries. They deliver cases of alcoholic beverages from store to store, and she threw the child in front of the truck, trying to make sure they run the baby over. A young black boy, and they luckily was able to stop. And then when they stopped, she saw they stopped. She's trying to scoop up the baby and
they had to run and tackle
drag him away. Yeah, they tackled her.
They tackled her.
Hold on, let me just respond to this one. Filipino women prefer Filipino men, not all, because I don't prefer Filipino men anymore. I'm sorry. I mean, I love my Filipino men.
The thing about it is that they think the Filipino men aren't paying attention. They think these men are from a part. With the internet, they're seeing it right now. They can look right on their phone and see it.
They did a worldwide study from women all over the world. And they said, okay, so we're going to show you different women from all around the world. And ladies, we're going to show you different men from all over the world. And they hook their head, their brains up to receptors and stuff like that to see which ones they found attractive. The number one most attractive male on earth is the YT man, but very close second by like 50 votes out of 1,000 women. 50 votes short of YT men were brothers, specifically from America. So we'll just throw it there. But on the female list, number one was the YT woman. The second was the Asian woman. Third was the Latina. Dead last was the American black woman. Yeah. Now, I don't call them hyenas. I try to start calling them UHLs, the unhealed ladies of the community. Unhealed ladies. And the men and the panderers.
And these are the same community women that say they love you. Meanwhile, they're killing you.
And I call the men who support them, I call them saps. Simping ass panderers. Exactly.
Exactly.
So yeah, y'all can use that all you want. SAPs and UHLs. To spread that around, and so we can be able to get on one accord on that, because these people are the biggest detriment to our community. They are. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's to the point where toxicity is the love language of these people.
I see them. I see them. I go the other direction. I try to avoid them as much as possible.
And they get butthurt about us passport bros because they see us as our leaving the country as the rejection of them. And I'm like this. Yeah, it is a rejection of y'all. And instead of reflecting and trying to figure out what you're doing wrong, like we had to do when we were rejected by our women, when our women became the first group of women on earth to say we're independent of our men, we don't need our men, and we would say, hold up, what's going on with us? And what did we do? We self-reflected, and we became the fastest rising group of middle-class citizens in the United States. We are the fastest rise. We got 64% of black men are either in the middle class or rich. And that happened
because
in the past.
They're taking on very dangerous jobs. We're either taking on very dangerous jobs to support ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, but back in the 80s, when I was a kid, we were at the bottom of the barrel, and here we are, 30 some odd years later. We're the fastest rising. That shows that we listened, we took accountability, and we fixed the issues going on in our community. Now, when we do that, we're like, okay, ladies, it's time for you guys to join us and work on yourselves. Oh, you better take us as we are.
Here's the thing, Pharaoh, because I heard you say this on TikTok. Starting today, don't talk about them anymore. Do not, because see, you've been doing that for how many minutes already? Okay, stop. Focus on yourself. Focus on your brothers, because right now you are still giving them, attention.
This is the first time I spoke on them in a while. We have this thing that we're participating in right now. No, I've heard this. I've heard this. What is it called then? It's called the Black Man Silence Movement, where we say no protection, no providing, no communicating, no debating, no arguing, no attention to those women. And then our symbol is this.
But still, this is giving them attention. This is giving them attention. Again, this was not
contribute to the conversation.
Because here's the thing. Listen to me, bro. You know that I'm a very honest person. This was not even. You know that I'm a very honest person, so this was not even an issue. But they may be here just lurking, and they will be thinking,
of course they are.
They cannot get us out of their mouths. This is not even the issue right now. I want you brothers just to focus on yourselves. Leave them the fuck alone, okay? Just don't pay the mind. Do not, because the more that you speak about them, the more bitter you sound. I'm just being honest right now. I'm just being honest.
Well, my leaving the States had nothing to do with women. You know that about me. I left for a better quality of life. I was one of those homeless veterans during the pandemic who was bitter towards my country for the way the country did me as a disabled homeless veteran. And that's why I left America. It had nothing to do with women.
Exactly. But then again, you cannot get them out of your mouth. So it's the same thing. Right now, again, you are living with your fiance in Thailand. I am so happy for you. You find your woman. I wish you all the best. So leave those hyenas alone. Let them suffer.
I haven't. This is the first time I mentioned them in months.
But I've heard this so many times, Pharaoh. I've heard this so many times. I don't even clap back that much anymore. If you're gonna notice, I don't clap back that much. See, because right now
I don't even respond to them.
I'm focused on those racist motherfuckers, and right now I'm just more focused on helping the brothers out. See, we already won the fight. We won the fight. Okay, you already left. You are in another country enjoying your life with a woman. You did, and I want the other passport bros who are planning to leave America to do the same. Just stop talking about them and focus on yourself.
That's why we're doing things like talking about how to establish trusts and things like that, and how to establish. We're doing collective purchasing, collective investing, and different places to establish a community for ourselves. Like I said, kind of like a Black Chinatown. Now we're welcoming women and men from the States here because not all women in America fall into the category of the which I like to call hyenas or I like to call the UHLs. We were talking specifically about the ones who are interested in having a better quality of life, who recognize that America is toxic, who wants to get away from it, who recognizes sees the writing on the wall that America is Babylon, America is Sodom and Gomorrah, and they decided let's get the hell up out of Dodge. Now we're trying to when that's what we've been doing out here, and that's what we're going to continue doing out here.
And
For any,
also blame Mark the freelancer for this. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe page so I can get my annulment. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'll never go because these motherfuckers, they just have like the weirdest ideas. Because again, annulment is very expensive here in the Philippines. It's like $500,000 pesos my money. That is like So
half a
they
million
were
pesos
like,
is how much USD?
Start a GoFundMe page now. I will never do that. I would rather you donate to my PayPal so we can help, the kids and the babies in the poor community here near my area because I give them diapers. Okay, so I would rather you donate for that, not for my.
You're right. You're right, though. There's a lot of Filipinas here in the United States, but in New York City alone, most of the nurses that in the hospitals are Filipinas, like literally. Especially, I mean, Manhattan. I could tell you the 5 hospitals. Like it's Bellevue, Mount Sinai, the health systems, like the HHC health systems. There's nothing but Filipino nurses there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I refer to them as New Yorkers. I mean, because you live here in New York, I'm like you're a New Yorker to me. That's how I look at it. That's because you live here in my city, and I'm like, what drove you to come here? But then all of a sudden, sometimes when I go out at night and look at the beautiful skyline, I'm like, yeah, I think that's the reason why they're here. But as far as like you said, the nurses out here are Filipino. It's like 80%, like 75% of them are that.
Yeah.
Because if you are a nurse here in the Philippines, you're not gonna earn a lot.
That's
why
come to the United States.
He said, "I'm going to get my full SAP mode." Hey, well, it's 2:35 a.m. out here. I know it's a little later out there where you are.
Here, so hi Val.
It's 3:33 over here.
Got my thank you, Val. See, we have another Filipina here. I'm getting more Filipino supporters here, Pharaoh, compared to TikTok.
I'm trying to get my platform off the ground. It's XX Pharaoh XX79. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on here. If I start getting more people viewing me here on YouTube, I'll post more videos. But it's been to the point I've only been getting like I'm not even. I think I barely broke 100 subscribers now. And every time I go live, nobody watches. So I'm like, I'll focus on that a little later. I'm just going to keep doing what I can do to reach as many people as I can.
I got tired of getting banned on TikTok. I was like, fuck that.
I found a workaround.
I'll keep on updating y'all about the young guys. I'll keep on updating you guys about the young guys.
Hey, I keep
updating you. They've been other out here. That is the main goal right now. That is the main goal. Enough with the hyena talk. Okay, enough. I'm not
Joanne. I don't do the hyena talk anymore. I don't. I've only mentioned them here because you guys are talking about them. That was it.
How are the brothers on TikTok? I miss them though.
Oh, they're cool. One of them, I think you remember, has no heart or black heart. He got his passport. Oh, we had a huge celebration for him. So yeah, so he got.
I'm still waiting for mines. I'm still waiting for mines.
Well, when you do, bro, hit me up. Another one. He came here to Thailand in December of last year. He spent $10,000 between his flight and hotel accommodations. And so I told him, bro, do a consultation with me. He did the consultation. He paid the money. And then when he came here last month, he spent $2,600 for his flights and hotel accommodations combined. And that's round trip.
Wow.
So the consultations are worth it, and I also will make sure you'll have the best place possible according to what you're looking for. And if you want, I'll even go do a walk. I'll hop on my motorbike and putter on down to the whatever place you decide you want to look at, and I'll do a walkthrough for you, let you see it, so you can see what it is, what it looks like, and experience it yourself as close to possible to being there as possible. And I also will give you information on how to use this information I give you anytime around the world, no matter where you're going to. And my consultations is a lifetime consultation. So after you do a consultation with me, you contact me anytime. Now the consultation started at $250, but trust me, it's drops in the bucket compared.
That is so expensive. I do mine for 180.
Well, the reason is for a reason being that is that much.
I love you, bro. I love you.
The reason I have to do it like that is because it shows that you're serious first and foremost. Because most guys they'll book one, and then they never show up for it. But the ones who do it, all of them have decided to come here, and only one of them decided to go back. And that's the only reason he had to go back is because he had family.
See, Joe, and if you want to come to the Philippines,
Exactly. Yeah. If you want to go to the Philippines, Joanne is the lady to talk to. You guys definitely hit her up. If you want to come to Thailand, you hit me up. But either way, it doesn't matter where you go. Either one of those two places, both of them are amazing. The people are lovely. People are friendly. People are respectful. I lean more towards Thailand because of the 420 laws, but if I could, and I would definitely head over to the Philippines in a heartbeat because I just the smiles and the genuine pleasure to be around like Joanne.
Bro, you know what? I'll message you. You can actually, I'll even help you, but you need to,
I'll let my former students know. They have brothers. They have brothers. I'll let them know what's going on. I'll let them know what's going on, Miss Joanne. I'll let them know, please. If y'all gonna travel,
the reason why he charged $250 is because he is actually helping the brothers to save a lot of money because he got connections there as well, like with travel agencies, everything. And
I got connection with travel agencies and realtors and things like that to help you find the best deal, so you don't get what they like to call, and for those in America, you guys know this, gringo prices. We try to make sure you don't get gringo priced out here, and that's the purpose of my consultation. So you can sit there and say anything you want, but it doesn't affect anything out here. But I've had six consultations.
$180 plus, additional $50 for being a tour guide. Sheesh, still cheap.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that includes me being a tour guide for you as well. Bro,
you're a bro. I'm a Filipina.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
And so far, I've had about 6 consultations so far since I started doing it a couple months ago, and every last one of them had given me nothing but 5-star ratings. So, trust me, the only thing, and you got a money back guarantee. If you're not completely satisfied with the information I give you, I'll refund every penny.
Mark, you know what? Mark has been, I don't know. See, this is why I don't take bros seriously. I don't know when they are serious with me or they're just messing with me. Like, really, Pharaoh, that a lot of bros talk to me on TikTok, right? They tried, but see, this is where I don't know if they're serious or not. But then again, I'm technically married, motherfucker. So if Mike said do not talk to technically married Filipina. So yeah, you don't want to talk to me.
Okay, well, there's plenty of amazing Filipinas out there for you, bro. And remember, they have an anti-catcalling law out there, so don't be sitting there.
Someone is asking, what is your TikTok?
It's the same name right here, XX Pharaoh XX79. You can find me on all platforms except for Twitter. I don't have a Twitter, but you can find me the same name on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and on Facebook.
Later after the live, I will just include his channels because you know what? I'm all about business. Okay, so if I get customers for you, you need to give me like 10%, you motherfucker.
I already told you. For every referral you give me, I would donate 20% to your PayPal to help out the children. We had this discussion a while ago.
To talk to Pharaoh, talk to me first.
Yeah. Make sure it's a Joanne referral because I would donate 20%. For every consultation I get, I would take $50 and send it to Joanne to help with the kids.
Yeah, and that will help a lot of kids, bro. But you have not donated anything, like really,
Well,
seriously.
because
15 cents
you
for
didn't
Well,
give
right
I
me
see
any
now.
that this is a business
referrals yet.
call, so I'm gonna go because my battery's dying. But I
Me
hope
too,
to
me
be on the
too. I
next
need to
one.
go. It's almost 4 a.m. for me, brother. So
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to get me some sleep right now because it is like, ugh, and it's starting to
yeah, it's
rain
almost
too.
3 a.m. for him. But everyone,
Mm.
thank you for joining the live. I might go live again tomorrow. Okay, sending love from the Philippines as always. I'm out, motherfuckers.
So sending love from Thailand. Peace and love.
Thank you.
And remember, y'all, there's no
And
peace in separation. There's only peace in unity. This is the true symbol of peace. This is the symbol of victory after war. All the saints and deities, statues, and paintings you've ever seen, they're all doing this and not this. So peace and love. Thank you.
Bye, 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 sweethearts. Bye, bye.
Love you, Joanne. Peace and love.